Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, live streamer. So, gonzavanzis. Sound quality, good. Maybe the music is too loud. Okay. I think we're fine. You will need to check from time to time if the music is still playing. Sometimes it kind of stops doing it for some weird reason.
Yes.
Is it doing it? Or?
Yeah.
Oh. Hey, Coffee Cat! Coffee Cat, can you do me a favor and tell me if the music is too loud when something starts playing? You'll hear this after 20 seconds, but you will already listen to this after 20 seconds has passed. Marianne, can you go like in the middle of the music? Gently, you know, we can see a little bit of how rough the music is.
I think
So,
it's gonna depend.
What do you think, Coffee Cat? Is this okay? I think it's fine. So, you guys can see my camera is over here. Yup, that's good. So Coffee Cat gave us a go. So, me, Marianne, Henrik and Anders, another friend of ours, we've been checking on not video cams, how do you call those microphones again that's for surrounding?
What?
Surrounding microphones.
Oh, you mean like one direction?
Yeah, specially made. And I found a good one from, I forgot the name of the brand.
I don't remember exactly. I don't remember how they're called.
But it's like around 1,200 crowns.
Yeah.
$120. So we're gonna try to get that one. I already talked to the company and they said that if it doesn't work, I can return it. Right now we're using Snowball Ice from Blue. That's the one we're actually... Oh, Lucian. Yeah. We have a celebrity amongst us. Lucian Bruna. Salutare, maestre, salutare. So, I'm actually gonna do something fun. I'm gonna explain a little bit more about my materials. So, let's get the little webcam going. I'm gonna try to show you guys a little bit of my materials. And also try to show you guys on how I sharpen my things. And I'll also take this one into color. There you go. Now, the charcoal I use is called Grumbachen, which is this one. So this is Grumbachen Hardur. It's a vine charcoal. Unfortunately, with all natural charcoal, you can get a very nice hard one that feels almost like pencil. Like for example, Marianne gave me one of his boxes and he sharpened it for me. And it was very interesting. The texture, I don't know, it was something wrong with the composition and it actually complicated my drawing quite a lot. So you can buy this one from Amazon or there's a site called Dick Blick. I know, it's actually called Dick Blick. William, if you're listening to this, I'm sorry. So it's kind of complicated because you can only find it in USA. One pack is around maybe $7 to $10. I don't remember exactly. Now with the new laws, expect to pay a lot of shipment and
import
taxes. So usually I sharpen my charcoal and I also use this that a student from Sara taught me. So this is just tape, colorful tape. So what's nice about this is this. So I have green tape for a very hard, almost pencil feeling, and then blue tape for, let's say, sketching and doing certain things. I have a yellow tape and another blue tape and an orange tape or whatever. So it's kind of hard to figure out what charcoal you want. So I found this way of being very interesting. And again, I found out about this through a student. So spot on. Thank you so much for letting me know on this. Now, we're gonna sharpen charcoal together. I know I've done this before. So this is how it comes in a plastic bag. There you go. So it looks like this. So now let me see if I can put the camera so you guys can see. We'll also see how I'm torching myself all the time with this. It's very complicated to take care of all of this stuff. So I need to be here. Let's add a little bit of light. So don't forget, guys, when you work on, so I'm having like a very long lens, and the more I zoom in, the less light comes through. So I need to higher up the ISO, which means lower quality. So for now, this doesn't matter. So if you're a smoker, you pretty much hold it like this. See? Something like this. And this one, you can also buy this one from Nitron. Yes, Nitron also has charcoal, but I'm not a big fan of Nitron, and I'm not going to get into why I'm not a big fan right now. It's doable, you can work with it, but I'm used with Gruba. Now, this and then this. You put the charcoal here, you hold your thumb here, and then you gently rotate using these two fingers. And the thing is that one reason I have the big thumb on it is because I don't want to crack it. If I do like this and I push, it will crack. And this is very expensive, so I don't want to waste it. Okay? And then you go. If you become more of a professional, you're a little bit lazy on doing this. So what I do sometimes, I turn it around, I hold it something like this. So it cuts through it faster. And this one, for example, broke because this is a very soft one, and this is from a hard pack. But it's what it is. Oops, why am I throwing these? These are very good for sketching with, so it's not like I'm throwing them. You can still use them. You can also, oh my god, this is very soft charcoal. You can also save this one, the little powder. What's the name of that artist? He was a student for Richard Schmidt.
Casey Bow?
Casey Bow uses a lot of the powder. Wow, this is such a soft charcoal. I think this will be good for me to start with.
I think he buys it from Edge.
Edge?
Yeah, that's the name of the brand. They also do like some charcoal pencils that are similar to the, what's the name, General's ones.
Uh-huh.
I tried one of those once. It's really good. But they're a bit more expensive than General's.
And then you clean up on yourself. Yeah, but I mean...
or they used to be, I don't know.
General's is such an amazing charcoal, mostly for details.
Yeah.
I just love it. So, today we're gonna actually draw Geralt of Rivia. Toss a coin to the Witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty, oh. Yes, it was amazing. Let's see, zoomed in.
Hi, Ricard.
Ricardo?
Ricard is on.
Is it our Ricard?
What?
Is it our Ricard or who?
Yes, and Wilhelm is on as well.
Ew, Wilhelm. He was supposed to be here. He was like, oh, what else is the live stream? Ugh. I'm sorry for teaching you guys.
Si, señorita.
Okay, let's draw Geralt of Rivia. So I have my webcam, this is my tablet. I've been looking quite a lot because I don't really want to use the photos I get on, you know, when I write Google Geralt of Rivia. So I've been looking for the movies a lot on Netflix and stuff like that. So anyways, so I have a big piece of paper here. I'm not gonna draw this big. You can actually see how big this is. I am just gonna do all kind of small exercises and show you guys a little bit of Other materials that I actually got from Marianne, which is basically natural sponge, and also this one's.
There's some artificial sponges as well.
I really wonder, are you sure this is not artificial?
That is artificial.
This is artificial?
Yes.
I'm actually using this more than the natural one.
Yeah.
Because I love it. It's really good. So you see, it's like a tiny little wee, look at this, it's a tiny thing.
You're not here in spirit.
What?
Well, Wilhelm said he's here in spirit.
Uh-huh.
But he's not here in spirit.
No.
He's just trying to like cover up not being here.
Alright, let's see how we're gonna draw Geralt of Rivia. So I'm gonna do what I actually feel. I'm not gonna do the... Because there's always a certain way of teaching people. You know, I always bring up, you need to learn more about, you know, the Charles Bar way. That's like a, let's say, level 1. Let's say that there are 10, 20 levels of grades in art. Level 1 is the bark, where you have to be more precise with your lines and draw specific abstraction, stuff like that. Right now I'm basically combining all of them and just having fun on my own. Hey Pete! So let's draw Geralt of Rivia. So right now I'm just gonna have some fun. I have a certain layout. I know that I will have to go quite dark. I want to also have a design. So for people that works in Photoshop, this is pretty much how most of the people actually starts. It's like a really rough. Let's see. Ah, look at that. Oh God, the sponge. A sponge, man, I'm telling you. This is the future, it's the spongy.
Hi Pete.
So right now I'm using soft charcoal. I'm already having an idea of my layout. I don't know how you can translate layout. Layout is when you have a sense of, you know, the placement of your design on a specific cutout shape, like the paper, depending on if you have square or rectangular. You need to think about the harmony of your composition to make it appealing and attractive for people. So I know I have to place a little bit of where the nose will be, so right now I'm choosing it here, and then the mouth will be somewhere over here. So I'm still applying, you know, certain bar quality to the drawing to get an idea of what I'm after. So it's not like I'm completely ignoring all the basic fundamentals of drawing. They're still within, you know, my library right now. Toss a coin to your richer, no value of anything. I actually really liked it. I think the actor was pretty good. Like, you remember when he was saying, I don't know, it was fantastic. The grumpiness of Geralt of Rivia. And Marianne actually found this interesting site where it shows the difference between the book character and also the
book character, the game, and and the series.
So right now I'm closing one eye, and I'm gonna talk about a little bit about closing the eye. Closing one eye and squinting with my left eye. The thing is that you guys need to know which is your dominant eye. To find out the dominant eye, let's see if I can do this. Imagine you're looking here where I'm having my hand. So you have this little point, right? So you need to see it like this. Right now on the screen, that little point is exactly in the middle of this. Ce formă e asta, Maria?
Which one? Well, triangle.
Așa. Triangle. So for example, if you close your... you're looking with both eyes on it, right? So if you close one eye, let's say the right eye, if this little shape is a little bit moved, so it's not exactly in the middle, then let's just say that that's not really the dominant eye. If you open up your eyes again, whatever, Jesus Christ. You open up the other eye, and you're keeping the other eye closed, whatever. So basically, Marian, I'm feeling a bit retarded right now. Can you please explain this?
Oh, so you have to look through that shape at one point and then close one eye at a time. Like you keep them open when you look at it first, and then close one at a time. And the eye that you still see the dot is your dominant eye. The eye that you can't see the dot with anymore, it's not your dominant eye.
Thank you, Marian. I'm a little bit nervous because.
And your dominant eye is the one that you should look with when you're comparing different, when you're measuring things with your eyes. It's a lot easier than to look with both eyes because it just cancels the whole. And we tend to usually use the dominant eye. That's why it's called the dominant eye more than we use the other one. And most people have it.
Yeah.
With the exception of people who have nearly perfect vision. So it has to do with the quality of your eyes.
Yeah. Which, for example, my right eye is really wounded. I barely see well with it. So.
What if you can only close one eye? Then I guess the one that is left is your dominant eye.
So I'm having an idea down here. Now I just want to build up a little bit of drawing, and I'm looking for a piece of charcoal that will work really well. This is still a little bit hard. I like to keep the hard charcoal for when I render. Okay, this is a good one. This is a little bit softer. Ah yeah, this is a mold stick. I don't buy those fancy ones from shops. Just go to a flower shop and just get one of those bamboo sticks, and then you just cut it. It's quite nice and flexible, not as heavy. Like the ones that you can buy from shops here in Stockholm, it's like what, $40? How much was it? $30 that mold stick from Creatima?
With the mouse stick?
Yeah, how much was it? $30 was it?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. That shitty, that very heavy metal thing.
Yeah.
And it's horrible. $30. Why? I bought this for like 4 crowns, which is like really little. Anyways. At this stage, I'm not pushing with the charcoal. I'm still trying to keep it quite light. The paper I'm using is from Canson, Mi Gentes.
Pete said just steal your grandma's cane.
Oh, yeah.
That can work.
That can actually work really well. Like for example, the picture I'm using right now, I am squinting at it. And this is the thing when you work a lot from like photos, and when you work a lot from life versus when you work from photos. The thing with life is that the light bounces back at you. In relationship to a still photo that's on a screen, it doesn't have the same bounce light towards your retina, your eye. So right now I do have a photo. I am gonna still squint at it because I want to simplify it. I can see that there's, the white of the eye in here and stuff like that. But my choice right now is to squint down and get a sense of the overall values, which we call it the big look. So, and usually this stage is very messy. I think that all stages, all the way to the end, it's messy. A drawing will look good after, let's say, 75% completion. Then it starts looking like something. Until then, it's just gonna be looking really not nice. So far, so good with the swear words. So you see, I'm keeping things quite soft. And this is something I've been learning by doing the Total Recall. So after Marianne introduced me to the sponges, because I used to use a lot my hands, which I still do, but the sponges has raised up my speed to like 30%. So I'm much more faster, and that's kind of good because I still need to pay my rent and all that stuff. So I'm looking at these points. In my mind, visually, I'm still picking up some points. This one, this one, this one, this relationship. So I am having a lot of things going on in my head. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing.
$30 for a stick. I can go outside and pick up.
Yeah, I mean, when I
pick
was
one
a
off of the
student,
ground.
there were so many people, you know, Swedish people can be quite rich sometimes. They were buying all of these fancy tools. I just went to the forest and I found the perfect one. Let's see, that is... I just need to make sure that it's sharp. I need to lower a little bit the ISO maybe? No, I think this is good. So right now it's very rough, it's very crude. I'm looking at this relationship here. So I'm seeing angles. Things will still change, nothing is really determined.
No, not really. The sponge that I used to make these tools was if you buy those sponge brushes for like applying paint, I just ripped pieces out of one of those. So
For
it's a
applying
prefined. Yeah, yeah.
You need to show me which ones, because I want to make a bunch of them, because they're
Yeah.
really, really good to have.
So it is quite a fine sponge. It's not the one for washing dishes tends to be too rough sometimes. So it needs to be soft and also like because if it's too hard, it's gonna take off a lot of the charcoal.
Yeah.
So you don't want it to take off the charcoal. You just want to move it around to like glide it in an area or another. And that's what this one does. It doesn't take that much on it, but it glides it around. You can move it around.
It's really, really nice. I can show you guys a little bit. Let me zoom in first. Just deal with me a little bit. So
Yeah, it's similar to a makeup sponge. I think a makeup sponge
oh yeah,
could
those
work.
ones can be really good actually, and they're
Yeah.
quite cheap if you know where to buy them from.
Yeah.
Okay, let's zoom really much. Now let's put some ISO in here. Alright, so look at this. Look at that. Look how nicely and smooth that does it. So this is the little sponge. So we basically, what Marian did, he just used some barbecue sticks. You know, Romanian style, barbecue stick. Something, there you go. Good tool, cheap, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's pretty much like a brush.
No, it's fantastic. I mean, I was so stressed out when I was working on True Detective. It was taking such a long time. And then Marianne was like, oh, I'll give you those brushes. Why do you not use? I'm like, because I'm stupid. I'm a woman. I don't listen to men. Sorry, no women joke. No men-women joke. I promised. Super serious. We need to create, we really need to make new channels. One that is Theo and friends. And then another one that's for people that are not in the mood for my bad jokes. Let's see. Yeah. So at this stage, I actually love having it really soft. I used to be quite sharp, but now I think going from softer to correct values, of course, you need to have those right values, which I'm going to try to apply here. So from this towards sharp, and it gets, this is one thing I like about art. You can't really explain it, you just need to go for it and show it. That's one reason we want to keep this going. Because there are many of you that can't really afford going to really expensive school, so at least this much I can do. So squinting down, I'm trying my best to just keep it loose. Look for the actual shapes. think about the details, small details later. I still need to think about proportion details. So that's what I'm constantly thinking in my mind. I have a certain, of course, I've been studying anatomy since when I started school. I actually wanted to be a concept artist. But then I was like, I need to live the poor life, so I'll be a fine artist. So, it's the best kind of life. Comes with some sacrifices. Okay, this is good. All of this, like the whitest white, will be around this side because the light comes from his right side. So all of this, I still need to control the way I'm doing the lines, the rendering, because I want to have this nice rendered egg shape. So I'm trying to like really fill in the gaps. So when I use the brush, the sponge, it will just flatten it really nicely. Squinting down. This is good, coming along. So far I haven't used a razor because this is the beauty about charcoal, it almost feels like you're painting. Squinting down again, looking at the overall shape. Closing my right eye, squinting down. Okay, this is coming along. Squinting down again. Hairline, armor, the other hair part. Background, I have to take it and make it darker. So you see, when you're working in this way, you're working with, of course, the general value shapes, but those value shapes have a certain abstract shape. This is when the child's bark, you know, when you're doing those little barks and they're annoying as, they're very, unfortunately, very annoying. And you have to push through it to make it look, you know, to understand and form your eyes. Because the more sensitive your eyes becomes to angles and shapes and so on, the faster and the better result you will get when you do this kind of masterful drawing or whatever you want to call them. And of course, this is also technique. Sure, I'm using charcoal, it's a different medium. Right now I can see that he has, this actor has very strong cheekbones. And I can see that I'm making a mistake over here. I can push it, I can work with it. I'm keeping things quite simple. And it's very easy, it's much easier to move around, simplify shapes than having already a nostril drawn, a specific shape in here, when the overall drawing is not there yet. Marianne, may you put some music, please? It calms my soul. Makes me not lose my mind.
It's still playing the music.
Is it? Oh, and something went wrong with the Bose?
No, I just think it's one of those weird songs
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
where it starts very slow.
I'm deeply sorry. I apologize for the inconvenience, Maria. So you see, when I'm making the, I usually have a way of rendering with lines. Line, 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 line. So I start from here and go that way. Let's see what people wrote. Remember, keep it professional. So far, your art school is much better than any using reference or just, oh no, I'm using reference. My reference is actually over here. I have like a little, I will show you guys later on. I don't use a big screen. At the point I was thinking about getting a 27 screen change, blah blah blah. But for me, my iPad and even my mobile, it's enough to actually translate it and make it big. And the thing with charcoal, I really like it. I remember what Sana told me. It feels like painting. It's very, very fun. So you see, it's like the sponge just keeps it soft. So I really need to read more English. What I like about this way of working is that you're pushing in the charcoal between the teeth of the paper, which makes it flatter and it doesn't glow back at you, because I want that dark to be quite dark, so when I add the chalk to bring forward the whites, it will have a stronger sense of light and volume onto the face. And the thing is that once you learn about drawing and stuff, like I was thinking about Pete, it's all about technique and doing things you like and surviving. That's pretty much it. And somehow keep drawing, because we are quite creative people. We just die if we don't draw. Jordan Peterson was talking about this. Creative people, if they stop being creative, they wither and die. I kind of love the way he put it in words. It's kind of fun.
It's kind of true as well.
Yeah. I have moments when I feel like that. When I was walking dogs, I was close, very close in losing my mind. It was really, really hard. At this point, I feel quite confident in defining a little bit the shapes. So I'm using the soft eraser and I'm cutting out. Now I'm just using my finger to like gently stomp it in. He has a very strong forehead, so I need to keep that in mind. There you go. Raise a little bit over here. And I think this way of working is after I saw that video from Robert Liberace when he was doing the Alla Prima one, you know, starting with the big blob. Richard Schmidt kind of does the same thing. And that really, really worked with me. Like you guys are doing right now, watching me draw. I did the same thing. I watched videos and stuff like that of many, many artists drawing. And I learned much more than just being, you know, why don't you move that line? I'm more of a visual person. I need to see to be able to learn. I already know that this whole thing here, it's gonna be quite tricky. There are some angles that I really need to push. As for example, if I take this little thing, so I'm looking at this angle. So there's something wrong with this point here where I need to push much more down. Because one thing I liked about this reference is this, I think he's in talking to the queen in this scene. Oops, wait. Which queen? I'm not gonna say. No spoilers. Sorry. I should have wrote down like warning, spoilers alert. I think the music stopped, or is it weird music again?
It is stuff.
Yeah, like I told you,
It did.
It did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I told you, it's a very weird site. So you see now, I'm gently pushing a little bit more. I will soon kind of get into the features. I need to look a little bit at the mouth here. Squinting down. At this stage I'm actually squinting and I'm starting to see that I need to push the values here a little bit. And the way I like to start from a middle tone value and go towards my darks, and then, and then towards the darks and the whites. So middle, then dark, and then white. Of course, it depends on what I'm doing. Right now, the reference I'm using is not that bright. It's no really pure white on there. But since I'm translating into a gray scale, I will need to higher up the contrast a little bit to be able to have more values to work with. If this was a painting, depending on the technique, I will have to consider, like, let's say, certain friends of mine, they start from like the brightest bright when they paint in oil and they're doing glazing. They start from the brightest tones and they gently darken. I have a similar way of doing it as I do the charcoal and in the glazing way. I'm still experimenting a little bit.
But you need to put both when you're glazing.
Yeah.
Both dark is dark and bright is bright.
This comes with a lot of practice. It's something I tell people. You start feeling. It's a feeling that you will develop the more you work, which is it's the glorious feeling of the creative spirit. You have to put it in. So it's great. Now let's continue. So squinting down again. Alright, we're on the right track right now. I will try to do an oil painting soon as well. But I've been quite tired lately, so. And it's like Richard Schmidt, the lip is all about soft transitions. And I can tell you, this actor has really sharp corners. And in general with charcoal, the way I've noticed, I kind of go darker than I see it. Because when I use the sponge, automatically it kind of takes off a little bit of the charcoal. So I prefer working in that way. So far so good. I'm actually less stressed now. Now I'm applying what I've learned from the bards, looking at angles, shapes, forms, abstractions. Mistakes will be made, but they're quite good to do at this stage, because I will be able to see more before I go into the details. Trying to see where the ear is, so I'm looking from here, so somewhere over here. I'm also judging it like this. I have one abstract shape here, which is the white shape. Then I have the cheek here. Then I will have the beard. So somewhere over here. There's a distance from here, which we might be need to take it a bit that way. That one here. Hairline, thickness here. So I try to calculate in my mind. Of course you can use the stick to see all of this, but I'm drawing it bigger than I see it. Like I said, it's a feeling, and drawing like a lunatic really helps. Making those mistakes, failing, best teacher ever. It depends if you want to develop. If you want to stick to a certain style, it's completely okay. You don't need to, like for example, since I'm a portrait artist, I want to be able to do them correct. I can invent and have fun, don't care, but it needs to look like the actor, and that's the main purpose of this. Tell me if people are writing, and I think the music stopped again. Thanks. Marion. You see Wilhelm, why you're supposed to be here? And he's like, oh, if you guys have time, we should meet up afterwards. And then, I don't have time to meet up traitors. You had your chance. You failed. So right now my charcoal is quite flat. I kind of like this one, so I'm gonna sharpen it. Getting closer and closer into rendering mode. What's the time, Marian?
3:19.
3:19. Thank you.
Yes.
So the sponge is pretty nice, but it does leave. So what I do, I gently tap to flatten it. At the point I won't be able to do all the time this with the sponge. I will need to like be gentle with charcoal. To fix the background before I get into the face. It's easier to just go dark in one go, but I still prefer having a little bit of gradients before I do so. Again, keeping it soft. This is a personal choice. You don't need to keep it as soft as but I prefer more this way. Okay. Let's soften in here. So this is how it's looking like right now. Let's see, sharp. Cars on Twitch. If you want to join the YouTube channel, I think it's better because it's a little bit more active. Kapat Art is the Twitch one. I actually am using another program where I can see both chats. But yes, that's a sponge that it's on the stick, which is really nice to blend with. It's like I think it's like one of those ones that you use for makeup. Okay. Charcoal. I need charcoal.
Okay, so there's only one person looking.
I know, but I'm trying to keep everyone in track. You mentioned earlier that you were working from a color photo sometimes. I find I have to key down my drawing to make it more appealing. Yeah, I mean, that works. I mean, when I do black and white, definitely I need to... What happened?
Henrik said looks great, already better than the dragon CGI in the show.
Oh my god. Is he texting you?
No, he wrote in the chat.
Yes, of course.
Is Henrik texting you again? Now there are 2 people on Twitch.
The Twitch people.
Yes.
Now this is where the hard part starts. Well, second hard part starts. Making it look like the actor. That's actually... Whew. Alright. Let the fun begin.
The music stopped again, I see. Why does it stop?
I don't know. Can you leave maybe the window so you can see it? Like, don't scroll it down, because maybe that's one reason it stops, which is weird. I think it's so weird.
What do you mean don't scroll it down?
Like, don't minimize the window. Just keep it up.
I didn't minimize it.
Really? Oh my god. I need to complain to these people. I mean, I paid so much money for it.
Do they have an app or something?
I actually looked for one and I couldn't find it. Maybe you will find it. Because I don't know. I didn't find it. Yes, so last night I dreamt of a bloody moon. What do you think it means, Marian? You're Romanian, you're supposed to be able to read this stuff.
No.
Hmm?
Read what, a bloody moon?
Yeah, what do you think the bloody moon means?
I don't know, it can mean, it's just, it depends so much on the context. And I need to know the full context first,
Well,
which I don't, so.
I was inside this room.
No, it's not only the context of the dream, it's like,
Life?
to be able to figure out what it means for you, you have to know. You need to keep like a dream journal to be able to.
Dream journal? I can't even back up, I just realized this. Okay guys, if you can back up, back up. I cannot do it. Jump over. Okay, this
Because
is
I mean,
fine.
you don't want to get into that whole superstitious aspect of it, where
What does it mean?
everything means the same thing.
I was kind of terrified of it. It felt almost three-dimensional. One side, like the left side of it, was bright, very little, and the rest was just bloody.
Yeah, to me it was just I dreamt of a guy that told me to go back to high school. And the reason was that I haven't learned to live enough.
You what?
I haven't learned how to live enough.
You haven't learned how to live enough.
Yeah. And he kept telling me that. And yeah, he was in 11th grade and he has been there for 11 years, which is quite strange. And
So-
then the guy just, we went through this like narrow passage towards the school. It's
Mhm.
like a place in my hometown. And we went through that passage and then something fell off the building and his head got chopped off
Oh.
right in front of my eyes. And I was like, what? What's going on?
Okay.
And then I just walked past him like nothing happened. You know?
I wonder what Henrik will say about this.
What do you mean?
Some wise Henrik words.
I don't know. He's gonna say psycho.
No, no. Let's see. Maybe something nice.
Something sweet for kids.
I think I can tell you that most of my dreams are quite similar to the Russian movie. What was it called? Stalker.
Yeah.
So similar. It's the same vibe. I really think that guy was just.
He was onto something, definitely.
He was something,
I mean, most of his movies are dreamlike,
yeah.
and the imagery is so archetypal. So I think he got something right. But yeah. It has to do with the specific look, where nothing is certain. You know,
Yeah.
like everything is on the edge of breaking apart, and nothing is quite coherent, although it still has something to follow. Because I think in art, for example, today there's either too much certainty or not enough. So it's just that balance is not there, and it has to do with too much immaturity, I think.
Immaturity.
Yeah, I don't think there are that many mature artists anymore.
Ooh.
It has to do with the age that we're living in. It's hard to get to that point.
But what do you see when it comes to mature person? What is
I wouldn't say
mature person?
maturity, because maturity it's a really nasty word at the same time.
Because a lot of people.
It can mean stagnation as well, maturity, you know? Because it can mean like you reached a point where you're not going to develop further on. So I don't know if that's a good term to describe it, but it's more like artists don't reach. I don't know, they don't age well in this age. How should I put this? I don't know.
But why? Why is that? Why are the artists nowadays?
I think it's just too much distraction. I think it's just too much
Distractions
stuff
from what?
that people get entangled with.
Like what?
Instead of focusing on themselves and developing their vision, is just they get so much interference
From what?
from everything.
Like, give example.
I mean, it can start from society.
Just say it.
It's not only society.
Say it, Marianne.
Society
You're
is
amongst
social.
people. What?
Society is social media, is mass media, it's wants and needs that didn't used to be a thing. People want too much, care for too much, or care for too little.
But why is
They
that?
don't appreciate
What's making
their
people be
everyday
this
life.
way? That's my question. What is it? Is it social media?
No, I
Is
think
religion, politics,
fundamentally is themselves.
themselves.
Yeah, I
Okay,
think
what
these
creates
things,
them to be this way? Is it in
it's
their
just-
genes?
It's human nature. It is human nature. I think the environment has changed in such a way that it can bring out only the worst in human nature. But you cannot only blame the environment, because people are doing these things willingly. Or at least they start developing these behaviors willingly. You know? Yeah, the internet, of course. I think the internet is like the pillar of the new society, like the black pillar.
I mean, it's a good thing and a bad thing, I guess.
Yes. I would say that socially is a disaster. It's a catastrophe. Even though
Internet.
even though people who benefit from it will say otherwise. Which is the most hilarious thing, is because only the people who benefit from it say otherwise.
Well, of course, they're comfortable.
Yeah.
They've created a network. I would kind of say the same thing, maybe. You never know. How would I react if I was into that situation? Right now, I'm benefiting from it because people are supporting me via Patreon, which gives me the possibility of doing this.
Yes, I agree with it.
So, where do we drag the line? How do we balance this if that's the case? If we want to cooperate with technology and people and whatever, all that stuff, what can you do?
Well, I don't know. I think it's very complicated.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I keep
Because
hearing, I don't know.
I think it's like ethics.
What's ethics?
The fact that the people who develop these technologies are not considering that aspect of this, because we as customers You don't have that much of a say in it. So it's just asking me what can I do to prevent this from happening. Me as an individual, I can't do anything because I'm not at that table.
Oh, someone on Twitch wrote something very interesting.
The world used to be silent now. It has too many voices, and the noises are constant distraction. They multiply and intensify. They will divert your attention to what's convenient and forget to tell you about yourself. We live in an age of many stimulations. If you are focused, you are harder to reach if you are distracted. You are available, you are distracted, you are available, you want flattery, always looking to where it's at. Savage quotes.
Yeah.
But still,
It shows like people invest a lot of money to get them to get you distracted. You know, they make TV series. They make it's just so much.
Ah, well,
And it's just we can write a short history of only distraction and distraction strategies and how you make people to like divert their thinking stream from what they want to do and what they should do into completely different things.
but why do you think people get distracted then? Can we really blame it on the people that are doing this to distract us? If you understand what I mean?
No, I think it's ideas. I don't think it's like. I don't think it's people. I think it's ideas. Ideas are like these ancient demons.
Demons.
Yeah.
So you're
I think
becoming
of
more
ideas
religious
as demons
right now.
in a way. I think of ideas as demons because ideas are far older than we are, and I'm not talking about like as humanity. I'm talking about as people, like me and you are a lot younger than the ideas that we embody, for example. Okay?
Yeah.
So then you have a group of people that they embody some certain ideas. They want to acquire influence and power to like embody other ideas. Like they want to fulfill ideas. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like they don't work for themselves. They work for those to embody those ideas. But then at the same time, you have a lot of this extreme individualism, but I wouldn't call it individualism because
I
individualism.
think they're individual, they're quite masses right now.
No, but that's the thing. Individualism only works in the context of a community. Individualism is not the same as egocentrism, and some people conflate the two. Like they think they're the same.
Why do you think that?
Why do I think that?
Mm-hmm.
It's in the definition. The
Oh.
difference is in the definition. Sometimes Pete wrote, sometimes it matter, or just it's a matter of just knowing how to shut yourself off from negativity, off from society for a while, and look to self-healing meditation and silence. I think there are those who mean to distract and those who want to share. Yeah, I completely agree.
The guy that wrote on Twitch, he said that that's a band. Music makes the people
Yeah.
come together. Yeah. Hey Alice.
Yeah. I don't know, it's a complicated
I mean,
thing.
it's when I was looking at this thing called Twitter. It's the almighty Twitter. Dude, I've never had a Twitter account. But it's so funny just to look at it. It fascinates me. I don't know why. It really does. Like those girls look like they were 30. They look so old.
Yeah.
Why are you trying to look old?
I don't know.
My god, I'm 30 and I look like I'm their age.
Yeah.
Oh, good for me, I guess. Uh-huh.
But yeah.
It's trendy to look cool, I guess. I don't know how to go back to when I was a kid playing with dirt. That was fun. My
Yeah.
god. I was going up the tree, getting kurkudush.
Yeah, like that doesn't exist anymore.
Nope. Because the parent screams at kids. I noticed this. There were like kids playing like, oh, don't get our clothes dirty, yeah. I'm
Yeah,
like,
but like for example, in my hometown, they're not allowed to get out of the home at all, like until they're, I don't know, 15, 16. And that's like the first time when they're allowed to be outside without their parents around them, which is so
Wow.
strange.
wow. wow, that's so sad. That's really, really sad. And it's not like Romania is a dangerous country.
Yeah, and the most weird thing is like when it used to be dangerous, we used to be left outside all the time.
Like, make up your mind.
Which is just like right now it's just like my hometown is probably like one of the safest places in the county. And it's just I don't know.
Well, I know when I was a kid, I wasn't allowed to go out because I was a girl. And Bucharest was pretty dangerous back then.
Yeah, that's true.
It was impossible for me to go with my friends in the park. It was so impossible. And that kind of had consequences for me, because when I moved to Sweden, it was really hard for me.
Hey,
I felt
Axel.
really... Hey, Axel. I felt really, really alone.
I know what you mean.
Because, for example, we're not really helping people becoming adults anymore. It's very interesting. Like when I moved to Sweden, I didn't even know how to wash my clothes because my mom did everything for me. So that was interesting.
Thing is like what's happening now is like the raising of a different kind of human. I think
The different what?
kind of human because social like communities don't exist that much anymore.
No.
Like it's not a thing anymore. And I don't think like even in I think we missed on that quite heavily as well. Especially due to the fact that our parents grew up in communism and they didn't understand anything that came after. They were like, what's going on? You know?
Communism wasn't very good for our parents.
Yeah. And like what amazes me is that today there are people in Romania that want communism back, which is just strange. And young people are not,
communism? I remember.
which is just to me is surreal. It's just like what's happening? Do we need to have a bad movie again? Do we need to have that bad trip again?
But who's wanting this? The youth or the elderly?
It's more the youth. It's just strange
Why do you think that?
because I really don't know. I don't get it.
Is it because they want this universal basic income and they believe in a social?
I think
I
think it might have to do with that, but it also might have to do with the fact that the system there seems too hard for them to climb in some cases.
I mean, I agree. It's not as
and
easy.
they want something that is more flattened in a way. Yes, exactly, Pete. Pete just wrote, my parents let me run wild in the streets or the neighborhood. We got into so much trouble that many lessons were learned. And septic topics.
Mm.
I can't believe there are people who want to bring back Nazism. No, not Nazism, but communism. Although, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think anyone wants to bring Nazism, or people who claim they do, they don't understand what that means. Although both of them are leftist programs, because people tend to think that National Socialism was a right-wing movement, but it wasn't. It was a left-wing, like the way it was structured and everything. Yes, and ideologies are on the rise again. But it's just, to me, it's surreal because Romania already took that communist pill. So it's kind of like taking it again now is just a bit strange. And it's just a bit too soon. It's been like 25 years or
The
I don't
30?
know, from 89.
Dude, I'm 30. I was born
30.
in 89.
Yeah, 30 years since the revolution.
Yeah.
So it's not that long ago. It's not long enough for people to want that back. I don't know.
Yeah, but you know, history has the tendency of repeating itself.
And it's also like people hoping that it will be different. I don't think if there are no cultural like attitudes that are changing in society, nothing will be different. It's the same with changing any economical system around the world. If the cultural aspect of it, if the cultural institutions don't change anything about the way people perceive moral systems, people perceive, like, if that doesn't change, I mean, the legislation is just going to be similar to what was before. It's just going to have a different brand name.
Making it a brand.
So back to Theo's drawing, we have gone off the topic.
No, that's
Yes,
that's
that's
okay. It makes it easier for me to work. Hearing about this beautiful, beautiful history.
Can we all stop with these ideologies and just enjoy some anime?
Who said that?
Anime. What are you, 5?
Yes, we need to stop. Okay, I am done.
Richard Johansson.
Yes.
What does he know? He doesn't know nothing. You know nothing, Richardson. Let's see how I'm gonna draw this. This is actually a little bit stressful, guys, but I'm trying my best to not fall down. The music stopped again, I
Did it?
I
I
don't
don't think so.
know. No?
No? No, I think it's still going.
Huh. This is further than I thought.
Do you remember that song? What was it? Cast a coin or give a coin? No, give a coin.
Toss.
No, I think it was give. Give a coin to your witcher. Oh, no,
toss
to
it.
the witcher. No, I think it was give. Damn it, forgot it again.
You sure it was toss it?
What are people saying?
Nothing.
Oh,
Yeah, toss a coin to your witcher.
okay.
Ricard asked you to sing Dragos that didn't take.
Raise a pledge that no man
Come on, are you really?
No man Keep she dragostea din tăi Mi-amintesc de ochii tăi. What a song. What a classic. That was a classy song. This is a brush I made. Ooh, it's not made by Marianne anymore. Not as good. Oh, that's disgusting. Toss a coin to your witcher, a valley of plenty. Toss a coin to your witcher, a friend of humanity. My legs. Getting old. Just joking. Now I'm actually gonna put some white. Because it is time to figure out the values while I go deeper into, how do you call them in English? Dude, people are writing on the chat, I think. I think it's still Dragos Adintei. Why the hell does he want me to sing Dragos Adintei? Oh, frate. That's gotta be sure, ceva.
Max Carver finally managed to catch you.
Oh, hey, Max! I know Max. We met in World of Warcraft. By the way, dudes, did you guys knew that this actor actually plays World of Warcraft? Oh my god, he's like such a nerd. A nerd.
Which actor?
The guy that I'm drawing.
Oh.
He's actually a nerd. No wonder he's single.
Okay.
Because apparently he is single. Oh, all the ladies. Even William is like, oh my god, he's single.
Pete is asking what are you using for the white?
Cum se numește brandul ăsta? Maria?
Which one?
Cu ăsta, cum se numește?
Upper Castle?
În Germania. Cum dracu se numește? I have different brands actually.
Yeah, I think this one is Upper Castle.
I think this is Faber-Castell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Medium.
Medium, yeah. I mean, it's
Yeah,
just
they-
chalk, I guess.
But this one is different harnesses, so it's important to kind of like medium and soft are really good. Hard is really good for like if you want to sharpen it and have like super thin lines. And the difference between these and I don't know most of the other brands is just you can remove it easier than most of the other ones. Like it's easier to erase.
Toss a coin to your child.
And he lives in his mother's basement.
Yes.
The actor?
No.
I don't think so.
No. Apparently he's a very stylish actor. Yes. Very stylish. Live streams are fun, but they're quite stressful.
Yes.
What I liked about that description, that in the book he's not as handsome.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the acting it's pretty cheesy. I do agree on that.
In the movie. The series.
Yeah, Pete said you
Yeah,
guys
I
might
mean-
like the show, but I found the acting to be cheesy.
Yeah. I mean, if you look at how the game is, I remember I had hard times playing the game because I couldn't stand Geralt's voice. Where's Jennifer? Now I'm actually, it's not that bad. It's actually kind of okay. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, the story is pretty cheesy. Yeah.
Now I'm using the soft eraser. Gently erasing, then using the sponge. Gently blending. Using my finger as well. Using all the tools I can get. I don't mind having a stream where I just talk about art and stuff. One day. I think that can be fun, to be honest. I love when he's asked about PC or PlayStation or console. It's like PC, like very serious, like PC. Of course. Are you insane? You dare mock me? You dare, huh? Huh? What? I don't know. And I'm also using the soft eraser. I hope you guys can see that. Like I said, it's almost like painting. I know I should stop working with the details. I know that. I think it's because I'm a bit nervous and it doesn't look as good as I wanted it to right now.
Yes, focus on the big shapes first.
I don't know. I'm so nice for reminding myself that. So I'm gonna let it go with the eyes, even if it doesn't look 100% like him. I know that once I work with overall, things kind of come in together. So a lesson for everyone: try to keep track of the whole. Bărbia, da, am dreptat. Am observat. Nu, mă simt, știi cum, sunt obosită. Am mental obosită. We need to get another webcam to put it on you, Mariam. Like a GoPro. and call it Marianne's live stream. And then Henrik is like, no, Marianne, don't drink from the toilet. No! What have you done? Toilet tastes very sweet. I like this, yeah. Okay, this is important, the lips. Where's Jennifer lips? Toss a coin to your vagina, oh valley of plenty, oh. Even the songs were cheesy.
Yeah.
Oh, like what is it, the disco club? I still liked it.
You said no more detail.
I am fixing the shapes.
Yes, that's still.
No details. No details.
That's still good detail.
Don't tell me what to do in my life. I'm trying. Okay, this is working. You have the lip here. This is more angle like this. Holy cow, I see what you mean. That's huge. Jesus. I mean, oh my. Definitely, that was way too out of the... I mean, I will make the butt chin, but I need to make the right size of the butt chin. Someone is writing something over there, I don't know what.
Watching this is eye-opening. It's just a push and pull of values.
Yeah.
You know that's all. But sometimes I get caught up in my mind's bullshit.
You and everyone else.
Yes.
My mind is full of bullshit. It takes a lot of education to stop being like that.
And for example, I tried to start something right now and I can't focus. Messed up everything.
I mean, you can just talk to the people. If people have any other questions, Marianne is also capable of answering. Like, how do you drink from a toilet? Well,
Well, you don't drink from a toilet.
no. Do you remember Count Pao, Marianne? Is Count Pao a Romanian thing? Chosen one. Is it just me and my brother being retarded?
Wait a minute. It sounds familiar, but I
Chosen one. Come on, you know to know. You need to know it. It's great.
Yeah, I have to look it up.
It was such a classic. I was so sad when the next movie didn't came out anymore. Or I love when he goes like, I'm a man too, you know.
This the one?
I do pee-pee standing up. Yes, Count Pao. I love when he's taking the... such a classic.
Yeah, I think I've seen it.
That's like my childhood. Me and my brother, we were laughing so hard watching that movie.
Yeah, I think I've seen this one. Yeah, I mean it was in Romanian television.
Like, this is my brother's humor. Dora, when I die, I want you to take all of my belongings and bury them with me. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna bury them with you. I'm gonna take them and sell them and make money. I mean, that's the way to do it. Why would I bury you with that? Ugh, jeez. Hell no.
When I die, bury my wife with me.
Bury my wife.
Yeah, but what if she's still alive? Bury her alive.
Whoa, whoa. No, this is also chilling in art. We need to make a new live stream where it's more serious.
Henrik said, cheesy is not necessarily a bad thing. Isn't necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, cheese can
Yeah, I
also be
agree.
very
In
good
this
if you know
case,
how to use it on spaghetti.
Yeah.
That was bad. But you see?
Yeah.
Get my drift? Yeah? That was so bad. But that's what I mean by cheese.
Yeah, that was a cheesy joke.
That was a cheesy joke. Oh. Now I know why Henrik loves me. Oh my god, he has such petite lips. He should put some Botox in them. So he can compete with Yennefer. Huh?
Make them luscious.
Block.
Soft lips. That's the key. Soft lips.
Wait a second, Hendrik is still on the stream?
Yes.
Why? That's so sweet of him. He usually never does this. It's like finally that woman is not at home anymore. Party hard with Misha.
And Misha is like,
Meow, put it on, meow. They're eating all the food in the fridge. Now I know why my cat is getting fat.
Misha's gonna be like 10 kilos.
By now, yeah.
Meow. Food meow.
We need to bring her here when we have a live stream soon again.
Yeah.
People really miss the mish. I love when we give her fish. We're like, fishy for the mishi. It's the final meow meow. God, that smirk. He does have a little bit of a smirk. Now I understand why this movie is cheesy. In like old scene, he has a. Have you noticed? Where am I going insane? Yesterday I made a lot of songs for Misha. It was kind of cute. How do you feel, Maria? I can feel your breath behind. Say it already.
Hi, Anders.
Oh, but wait, which our Anders? Yeah,
Yes.
our Anders. I came in just in time for the singing.
Nice. What do you want me to say?
I don't know, but we need to invent something. First I was afraid, I was petrified, thinking that the live stream will not go really well. But then I just pushed the button and the stream just went on, and I just said that it will be something awesome. Oh my god, they're judging me. Every move, every stroke, I just don't think it is. I don't know. That's so bad. Oh my god, people are just gonna make memes out of me. Hey, if that gets me famous, go right ahead.
Pete said, I sing songs to my dogs every half an hour on the hour.
Wow, I thought that I'm insane. Well, all artists are insane. But I think it's something wrong with the mouth. The eyes are coming along, the jawline, it has this one here, so I think I should put this one in here.
Same with one of the eyes.
But the eyes are details, right?
Yeah.
Whatever.
No, but big shape. Like,
It's getting there. My god. So it is something with the eye. Ah, this is too big. This is
no,
way
it's not
too
that
big.
it's too big, it's too inwards. It needs to move a bit.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I think I can cut a little bit. I need to fix this shape here. Yeah, I think that's gonna be fine. Maybe I should do at the dark stroke in here and start using more chalk, because I think this is demanding way more chalk. I
Yeah.
went too gray.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, she made a mistake.
Yes.
Why am I even watching this live stream? And then they go on Patreon and cancel this
I think
subscription.
before you do anything, I think
What?
just try to design the shapes, the jaw.
Why don't you do it?
if you're that great. Here, have my Geralt.
Really? Alright, here we go. Alright, don't ruin it for me. Ah!
Now you can take a break.
I can take a break. Let's see what people are saying. Yeah, it looks pretty good so far. Oh no! Oh no, wait, it's fine. Never mind. I still forgot to fix the frame for the live stream. We still have the black borders. Sorry guys, I really tried. Now Marianne is taking over. Look at that. Look at those little strokes. Oh. He's basically, you know, taking over when it's the easiest part. Right, Marianne?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Let's sing some songs.
I think with the eye.
Yeah.
I see somewhere here.
So let's go back to what you said, Marianne. You were talking about
Oh,
Anna. What? You need a eraser?
I have one.
Oh. The thing is that what I've noticed with fine art lately as well is what Anna brought up. I don't think people are really educated when it comes to art. Everybody thinks that art is just a hobby, and everybody wants it to just be for free. Is it? Does art
Yeah.
needs to be for free for the greater
I don't
good
know
of the
if
world?
I don't know if that's the case.
Mm. You're doing exactly what I said with the eye. You
No, I moved
bastard.
it a bit.
Yeah, but that's what I
I
was
put
gonna
this
do.
line.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Mm. Well, at least it does look a bit like him. It's getting there. Yeah, we'll need to find a way to do a cast drawing soon from life.
Yes.
I have no idea how I'm gonna set that one up.
I can help with that.
I know you can help me with that. It's a matter of how we put the camera. Once, cause guys, we're gonna bring my desktop computer here. It's pretty good. I built it back in 2012, 16 gigabytes. I have the Asus Pro. What was it? Z86. Whatever. It's pretty good. I mean, I can play The Witcher on medium, so it's pretty good. 16 gigabytes. I was thinking about buying 32 gigabytes of memory RAM, but it's around $180. So it's 32 gigabytes, DD3, 2400 gigahertz, as I remember. So it's higher speed reading. But I was like, I think 16 might be enough. But Marianne, if we use your camera, I don't know, maybe it's gonna be more pressure on the memory. If we have two DSLR cameras connected to the laptop, I think it might be a little bit too much.
I don't know.
No, it might actually work pretty well.
I think it depends on the hard drive. I don't know.
I have an SSD
Yeah.
hard drive. I have one that's like 125 was it, and another one that's like 200 something. And then I also have a hard drive, like the normal old hard drive from what was it, 2009. So yeah. It's so cool watching other people drawing. I'm actually happy we're managing somehow to do this live streams. I think it's fun. So, what are people doing? Oh, it's just 4:13 p.m.
Ah, I might actually be able to finish this drawing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go make a coffee. I'll be right back, guys.
Coffee, coffee.
Coffee, 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 coffee.
Yeah, I think it's gonna look really cool, this drawing.
Oh my god, Marianne, you just made it so much better. I should just quit art and just support you via Patreon. Link in the description below.
No, I'm just joking. Oh, Emma. Everybody hates me now.
She's just in for the money.
I think the lips are just not his yet, but I think I can solve that.
I think you're a bit thin in some areas.
Yeah, I mean it's much softer, definitely.
And also this belly here underneath. You're missing really.
Well, the thing with portrait is always about the small little things. It's always at the end, like I said, people.
Like you see now, for example, if you come in here now, there's just this value here that I added it, adds a bit more, and then there's another value here.
I mean, I'm
It's
gonna.
not the correct value.
I know, but I mean,
Don't get into details, Marianne, and that's already a detail over there.
so yes, it's gonna be fine, guys. We're gonna succeed with this drawing because I believe in my skills. I guess. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty. Whoa. Live. Pew, pew. We should do a live stream where you start drawing.
Yeah.
Yeah, a picture for me back up. No, because I kind of
Oh, okay.
bumped into it.
Yeah, I bumped it into it once.
I really think we should use more, how do you call it? More chalk.
Well, no, I'm just trying to get the drawing of this shape.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't think you're going to be able to use chalk. Like chalk, what do you mean? Like paper value here. You're going to have to value that. I think you can use chalk and paper value around here,
Mm-hmm.
and then a bit into the transition.
So guys, there's the reference.
This little shape.
So that's the reference we're having. Here's the drawing. Oh my god, you're cheating. You're actually using references. How dare you? Yeah, he's a tricky actor. I mean, I can see that the eyes feels a bit too rounded. I think I know what to do with it. Presumably, if we don't truly finish it now on the live stream, I live for like 15 minutes and suddenly turn into Vasile. Oh my god. Yes, yes. But what if Vasile is actually Theodora Kappert and she was always a male? Cheating the system that he's actually a female to get more popularity just because he doesn't have
Just because he's not good enough.
yes. The conspiracy goes on. Yes, and now people are like, oh my god, she was never hot. I told you that Hendrik was not into women. It all makes sense sense now. Yes, yes, Wilhelm, it does. Scientifically speaking, men are inferior, women are above the genetic, the beauty of them all. Those luxurious apples in their chest. Just want to bite on them. Okay, don't go. No, it's a live stream. No, don't go there. Marianne, I think I need to start working because I'm losing it. It's very hard to be serious.
Now you know how it feels.
Huh?
Now you know how it feels.
Well, you can start drawing something. I mean, you have sketchbooks, or let's see if we can learn some Swedish. Let's see. Svenska. Where's the little book that I gave you? The good one. Let's see if Wilhelm understands what I'm gonna say. Vi har varit med om en olycka. Tillkalla polis! Tillkalla ambulans! Vi har... Why the hell am I reading this? Vi har en skadad person här. Oh my god! Jag har nog brutit min arm. Mitt ben! Jag kan inte röra mitt ben! Oh my god! Jag kan inte röra mitt ben. Okay. Jag körde på en cyklist. This is the best phrase ever. I'll be so proud if I say this to a Swedish policeman. You know what it means?
What?
I just hit a cyclist. Yeah, that's so good. Jag såg honom inte! Jag såg honom inte! Oh my god. Han kom fram plötsligt bakom en bil. What?
Why is that in a Romanian Swedish guy?
I don't know, but it's good, Oh, wait. This is what...
It's useful to know for Romanians going to Sweden.
This is what cyclists in Swedish do. Han körde med rödljus. Oh my god, I told you. They always go on red. Ugh. Hey Zizzy. Let's see what else. Nej, jag har inte druckit något. Let's go to some kind of... och titta här. Ja, att flirta. Hej, kan jag sitta med er? Var kommer du ifrån? Oh my god, this is exactly what Wilhelm likes. Jag tycker om hur du dansar. I can just imagine Vila here dancing. And I'm like, är du ensam här? Ska vi dansa? Ska vi dansa? Alltid ska vi dansa. So Zezi, right now my friend Marianne is fixing my drawing. Just so you guys see how fun it is to trust someone else. Or do I?
Or is it fun?
I feel like right now Marianne is putting all of my amazing skills at the bottom of the food chain. A man better than me? No.
Never.
Jag beslutade att säga upp mig. M-am hotărât să-mi dau demisia. Vi ska gå på ett bröllop. Vem ska gifta sig? Kommer det att bli ett störbröllop? Yeah, I mean, I have no problems. I think this is something good. If you want to be a concept artist, be ready to let other people ruin your drawing. Right, Marianne?
I'm not ruining your drawing.
You're not ruining my drawing, you're making it better? Okay, I'm fine.
I might make it better, I might make it worse, I don't know.
Wilhelm, I need to ask something. Wilhelm, if you're listening to this, when are you going to Skåne? We need to have one more live stream with you here. It's very lonely without the true Swedish popularity here. Because now that I have an extra webcam, I can put it on your face so people can see the glorious Swede. I'm still trying to get Henrik to join us, but it takes time. It's so interesting to see how much sharper you are in relationship to me. You're way more sharper. I'm much more softer than you.
Yes. It
Shows
starts, though.
a woman is more tender, a man is sharper. That's one reason you guys are in
Now I have to
politics.
start, and I'm not gonna leave it like that. I'm
Well,
just drawing.
This is when two minds collide, my dear Maria. Now, you need to let me work because I'm talking too much and I'm boring people to death. Because that's what us women are good for. It's like Bill Burr. You look at her, everything gets in slow motion. You look at her lips and it's like, oh my god, she's still talking. Yes, she is. What the hell is she talking about? I don't know. Alright, let's do this. And you start the drawing, and when you start the drawing, I can continue and you can come back. That can be fun. So what did people learn? Beautiful. Now, okay, so
We
you're,
just moved some shapes around.
yeah, I see that. You're also, I think I know what's wrong. Oh, yeah, I think I know what's wrong. Because he has a very strong forehead.
Yeah.
No.
And also like look a bit more on
This side.
the nose, like the differences, the way it breaks.
It's really crooked. I mean, I don't know what you did right now, but it's looking better. But there's such small little
Yeah, the
angles.
thing is like it's much straighter in that, and if you look at the angle, it actually angles to the left, not to the right.
You're talking about this one here.
Yes.
Yeah, I see that now.
And it was angling to the right when you're drawing, so I kind of like moved it a bit.
And now Marianne morphed into a beautiful woman. Yes, it is I. The
We're
beautiful.
not. Well, I'm not as fat.
Yes. Oh, don't tell me. When I got up on the weight this morning, I was like, I'm back from where I started. 67 kilograms. What a fat person I've become. No. It's good. I'm happy. I'm enjoying food too much.
Did you invite people to draw for you?
Yes, I did. Wait, now?
Okay, so you probably read all of these comments.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's Zezi that's writing it.
Okay.
Okay, now let's get into.
Zezi is asking, what artist man do you draw him? He is like actor in Prison Break.
No, he's actually from The Witcher, Geralt of Rivia.
He looks similar though, with the actor from Prison Break.
Oh, that guy! Yeah,
Yeah.
now that you guys said
Yeah.
that, I can see the resemblance. Yeah, they look quite alike actually.
This is more like my style of drawing, heavy on contrast.
Who said that?
Yes, but I don't really keep it like that.
But who said that?
Not anymore. Septic topics.
Mm-hmm.
Nice you find it a bit mistake. I guess Mr. Zezi was talking about the mistake from the nose. But yeah.
Music.
No, it's just that's the way I draw, because I kind of like border shapes. So I want to see them clearly before I soften the edges, even though it's not the most optimal way to work. And the reason I was drawing like that is because I couldn't hold the pressure control very well, because I was hunching over. It's easier if you have it on your eye level.
Yeah, I'm sorry for being short.
What?
Sorry for being short.
No, it's fine. Just that's why I did it like that. I didn't want to change anything about the setup.
I don't know if I will be able to finish this on the live stream, but let's see.
I think you can do it.
Yeah, I mean it's just 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
Wilkem could have come here, but he had to pay for a boat taxi. Hi-ho, I'm going with the boat.
Henrik said, "Lol, hilarious."
What? Hilarious what?
I
Oh
don't
yeah.
know. Hilarious what? Hilarious what? Sometimes if you see yours draw day after day, you find something wrong or you didn't make it right in your drawing. I said.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes, but sometimes you get used to your mistakes because I think that's the most difficult thing to kind of like keep track of them.
Like learning on your own, it's very challenging to do it.
Pete has to go.
See you, Pete.
See you, Pete. Nice having you.
Take care. I'll take a look at your videos later.
Yes. William said he's not taking the taxi again. And he was very hungover this morning. I guess none of those sounds like a good excuse. Or I guess the first one wasn't an excuse, it was more like a statement. I'm not taking the taxi again.
My God.
The second one sounded more like an excuse. Not a good one though.
Music.
What? Listen. I am listening.
Who's listening?
William said that I should listen.
Listen to the William. We're listening. Jesus.
I'm saying no. Give me some credit, please.
No, I'm not gonna give you credit. You don't deserve it.
No. No. No, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. It's just too much. It's just, you should have been. If you promise something, it's just good to keep your promise.
Yes, you do that.
Yeah, now he's gonna think that I'm.
You're an
It's
asshole?
not you, it's me.
That's a woman way of doing it.
How was the coffee?
I'm still drinking it. I'm very bad at actually drinking it in time. I know that our William here at the office, he always has to like remind me to drink the coffee.
Panamaniacs 2011.
We are the Animaniacs. Dun, 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 dun.
So you're still drinking the coffee? That's what-
Yeah, I'm very slow at it. Jeez. How fast do you want me to go? Damn, no patience.
I drank mine in 2 minutes.
Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, now it looks much better. Like I think the nose did a lot.
Yeah, it's gonna look good.
And I think the mouth.
No, the mouth is not there yet. Definitely, but they were good. I will
No, but what I
accept the
think-
good.
Right.
Oh my God, you're coming back?
No, I just wanted to show you what I think.
Yeah, okay. Mansplain me.
It's just you see this segment here that is very like that. It needs to drop a little bit down, but keep the same angle like that because it goes like this, this, this.
I can see much with your fingers. That makes more sense.
2, 3, 4.
But that is detail, Marianne. That's not a
No,
big
but
thing. Meow, 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 meow.
I mean, you put it in the right place.
Mm.
It's just like it wasn't right.
Of course I did. But you're right. Oh, I hate admitting when other people are right. Makes me look bad.
I think you hate it even more when I'm right.
When what?
When I'm right,
Yeah, I know.
it's a specific kind of.
Yes. I don't like it at all. Oof, this part of his face is really challenging, but I'll get it there. What? Why are you laughing?
Nothing. It's just something funny.
Mm-hmm. Witcher's coming after you. Witcher is coming after you. Bum, 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 bum. Witcher, they're coming after you. Witcher is coming after you. Where's Yennefer? Where's Yennefer? Yennefer! Oh, why did you so ugly, Yennefer?
He's not ugly no more.
No. She used plastic surgery to make herself pretty again.
Or magical surgery.
Oh, same thing. The magic. It's like plastic surgery is the magic of society.
Yeah, but instead of like paying, you pay with the sacrifice instead of paying with money.
But money is sacrifice. Giving your wealth.
Yeah, it is.
For
your
changes.
Your time. I mean, you sacrifice your time. You sacrifice your mental sanity in some cases. So I guess it is sacrifice. Why, when you're reducing the pressure on the pencil in the drawing, gives more value more than being fast or pressing the pencil hard?
What? Say again? Sorry.
Why, when you're Zezi wrote the question? So I think he means like, why does it have more value when you're like?
Like that. It's a pressure thing, right?
Yes, but I mean it doesn't really have more value. It has more of a uniform value. And it doesn't have to do with I mean, if you press too hard on this charcoal, you're just gonna get pitch black, and it's not gonna be uniform because the charcoal has some uneven spaces. So then you use the sponge, and then you start making it softer because what the sponge does just pushes the charcoal in all the little pores of the paper, or how do you call them?
The teeth?
Yeah, the teeth of the paper. It just pushes it in and at the same time moves it around, so you get a more even surface. But it doesn't have like, you should try to avoid pushing on charcoal in any, like if you want to get a really dark,
Keep it for the end. Also keep it at the end, I will do that.
Yeah.
Because there were so many people that failed dramatically with it.
Yes, but it's also like with darks, if you want to do it right, do it with a soft one, and then like when it comes to charcoal, do it with the soft one.
With the soft? No. I've seen so many cases where people, I mean not knowing that way, depending on how you do it.
No, but if you let me finish, I'm gonna explain what I meant. So you put the soft one, or the extra soft one, on at the end. You get it really dark, and then you push it in with the hard one. And you can get some really, really rich darks. But that's only if you have like flat darks over like...
That's very important because a lot of people at school heard about this and they're doing it not very, very smart. And then they have a background that keeps falling off.
Yeah, but I think it's because they start with that too early.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's one reason you have to be very specific. Otherwise, I have to deal with people at school. Because, oh, but I did exactly what I was told.
Yes, no. You need to build up some foundation layers before. Like you need, and yeah, try not to destroy the tooth.
Yeah.
And you can see when the paper is destroyed when it's too flat and it doesn't get any more charcoal on it. Panamaniacs 2011 asks us if we are in Sweden.
Yes.
We are in Sweden.
We are in Sweden. Music stopped again.
It didn't.
Oh, it's a weird song again.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you can use some razor blade or you can use sandpaper to give it some tooth, but at the same time you can't do that indefinitely.
No,
And it's not going to be the same. Wilhelm. I mean, even with that, you can't get it. It's not going to have the same texture. So that's why it's good to use the original tooth. Although, if you use Roma paper, you're not going to have the same inconvenience as with Me Taintus. So I guess for students, Roma paper would be better. Even though it's more expensive, I think it's a
I
better
have
choice.
my own opinion on that.
What?
I have my own opinion on that. You give a lot of like credit to the Broma paper.
I mean, it's better for damage. And if you have that problem, because you know there are students that just like to push on it. You can't really deal with that in any other way. So I don't know. Are the Zorn drawings in charcoal, not etchings? I've seen his etchings. No, I don't think I've seen any Zorn drawings in charcoal. Have you seen any Zorn drawings in charcoal?
No. Not that I know of. No, I don't remember. I seen Sergeant.
Okay.
But that's all I saw.
Yeah, I haven't seen any Zorn charcoal drawings. So I don't know. Do you think there are any charcoal drawings? Zorn?
I mean, he was an like a watercolor. That
Yeah.
I know. That he was more of an aquarellista, how you say it.
Yeah, watercolor painter.
Yeah. That's all I know about him.
Maybe some rare sketchbook you can see on a museum over there.
I mean,
No.
Sweden has quite an amazing artist. Like there's another one. What was his name?
Julius
Kronberg?
Kronberg? Yeah.
Yeah. And he's so unknown.
Yeah, I think I prefer him
Yeah.
more than Zorn.
Yeah, same with me. It's kind of sad that people don't see the other kids of Sweden.
I mean, he's probably like one of my favorite painters of all time.
You have been to his studio, right?
No, unfortunately not.
Because I know that it's open during winter time.
No.
Sorry, autumn.
No, it's open during August.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't remember exactly. I went there once and I was.
I
Wow.
think it's only during August because I remember me and you called them and they weren't opened in July.
Can you send a link on?
Yes, I'm typing it right now.
Found it?
What? No,
Found it?
no, it's just the laptop overheated and stopped all of a sudden. Let's see. Use.
My laptop is like a ventilation right now.
Design. Yes. Hope that's right spelling. No, he's not alive anymore.
Yeah, he's pretty dead.
The 19. He was contemporary with Zorn. So. He was born in 1850 and he died in 1921. And he has painted some quite amazing stuff. There's not that much of him on the internet though, unfortunately. And so many of his paintings are just in private collections and yeah, probably no one will get to see them. But they are like scattered around Stockholm. There are a couple of buildings in the next to the old town where you can see them through like windows and stuff like that. Like these interesting landscape with like figures. I mean, you can't really see what's happening because they're too further away. And I assume those places are private residences because I know that there's no entrance to that building. It's just like a restaurant on the bottom, and you can see them sometimes through the windows. But yeah. And his studio, as I understood, it doesn't have that many paintings, right? It has like a lot of his color sketches and...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it has that giant painting of the angel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which looks amazing. yes, you do, Wilhelm. You do need to watch The Witcher. And yes, there are two opposite styles. One of them is Alaprima, one of them is in direct painting. Quite different ways of applying and playing paint. I guess the reason why Zorn was much more successful than him, I mean, it wasn't really, he was more popular than him.
He was political as well.
Yeah. But yeah, Zorn could be associated with like the Impressionists and stuff like that. Mainly because he used like clear brushstrokes and things like that. And I think anything that had to do with that old master academic look didn't really fit in. That, I mean, he still got a lot of commissions. It's not like.
But he was more of a taboo kind of.
Yeah. Yes, I guess he was more of a old family nobles of Sweden would commission him, and Zorn was more of a I don't know, new business people in Sweden and outside of Sweden as well, because Zorn had a lot of commissions outside of Sweden as well. So I guess Zorn was more of a Theo, Merry Christmas. How are you? It's been a long time.
Huh? Who?
GC.
Hey! Hey,
911.
GC. He's an oldie from the old ages.
Okay.
When the stream was mostly about me.
You yelling alone at the screen.
Hmm?
Yelling at the screen.
Yes. Being all alone. How are you? Merry Christmas. Hope you're good, man.
Mr. Zezzi asked, is a dark in paper means many tones in plane of paper? Is that not let you pass the pencil more times in one, or you want it dark without pressure? Yeah, I mean, if you're using pencil, I guess you don't want to use pressure, you just want to build it up. But with charcoal, you need to use pressure to get it dark.
Yeah, I
Because
need to
charcoal
push a
doesn't-
little bit.
Yeah, charcoal doesn't work the same way as pencil does. I guess if you work in pencil on this type of paper, you can probably
I never tried it,
get it dark.
actually. I wonder how it will be if I try that. Oh, mina.
I've tried it.
You?
Not, yeah,
No?
it's not that good.
No.
It's just, it's a lot more shinier. It looks shinier than it looks on the white paper for some reason.
It looks shinier.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Don't know why.
interesting.
It looks much better now.
Yeah, it's starting to shape up. It's still not him yet, but we're getting there. That's when I'm gonna
It's
slow
getting
down.
close though.
Huh?
It's getting close though.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to drink coffee.
squinting quite a lot actually to see those small little angles.
Yeah. I mean, that nose is really, really tricky.
Yeah, it's gonna get there, I'm sure.
Said, hey, hope all is well. Theo, how have you been? You keeping busy?
Yep, always busy. A little bit tired, but hey, we're all tired, right? There's not one human being that's not tired. Maybe those
Super privileged people.
And Joe Jones is asking if you're still alive.
if I'm still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still alive. Trying to, anyways. Trying to. Wow, sounds so dramatic.
What do you mean, trying to be alive?
Yeah, that's one reason I was like so dramatic.
How does that work?
I don't know. They try not to read too much into stupidity.
I think this setup looks really good, by the way you put the cameras.
Yeah, but the thing is that I
focus.
need to, when I start OBS, I need to remember to fix the layout, because you see it's like the dark border still,
Oh, yes, yes.
and it has to do with the settings in OBS,
Okay.
so I need to look into that.
Truls Larson, this guy is all over the news.
Yeah, I know. Keep up with the news, right?
Mr. Zezzi, did you watch A Witcher
Yep.
and play the game?
I haven't yet finished the game. I got to Skillinger, how you pronounce it. Well, I haven't gotten there
The Witcher
yet.
on Netflix. Yes. Yeah, he's all over the news.
Well, after Game of Thrones, people had to put their sorrows into something else.
But nothing is good enough to fill in the void.
Of Game of Thrones?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well. It's what it is. Music. Such an annoying site that keeps
Yeah.
dying on us.
Are you doing a lot of commissions these days, Theo?
Well, mostly movie commissions, but I mean, I would prefer to paint and do my own stuff, but hey, not everybody gets to do that.
Truls said it's nice to have a Theo. Nice you got a Theo cam now.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of an old camera actually. I have it for a long time now.
It's an old camera. Toss a coin to your witcher, a valley. But GC, how are you? Have you managed to do any work for yourself? How's the girls? Is everything good? From the camera.
Nice.
Hmm?
Really like those.
Yeah.
Did a really good job.
Well, you helped.
What?
You helped. More than you think. We'll get it done. We should have a live stream before William goes back to Skåne.
Will.
Hmm? What did I say?
William.
Oh, sorry. Wilhelm.
Yes, we should.
Yeah. Now the tricky part comes along when you have to like really look into each individual shape. I think I want to push the forehead even more. Chisich.
No.
No?
No.
Leave it like that
It's
for now.
fine, yeah.
Okay. Oh
No,
wait,
because
it's the
that's
hair.
not the forehead, it's the hair.
Yeah.
And try not to get overboard with the,
Great minds thinks the same, right?
like this thing here is the.
No, I need a softer pen.
This is where the forehead is.
Yeah.
And this is hair.
Thank you. That's exactly. This is a soft pen.
And try not to make it too,
No, I'm gonna make it soft and then gently raise it.
like, you know,
Hmm?
too,
Pralunga.
yeah, try not to make it too.
Hmm. Oh, the battery died on the camera, guys, so just 1 second. Oh no, I forgot about my coffee.
I'm doing well too. I sketched here and there some watercolors. My girls are doing great. Thank you for asking.
You know, right now I'm actually 30 years old. And I was talking with Marianne because I'm a little bit aggressive lately. And my friends has to deal with it. And he was like, you know that you're at that age where you feel like you want to be a mommy? And I'm like, no, shut your mouth. I really feel like I'm going crazy. I don't know if I'll be able to ever have kids. I'm too stuck into this world. Way too stuck in it. It's what it is. Okay, now I need to quit this and then hopefully this will work. The live stream is still going. Yeah, we need to do something about the battery.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Yeah, there you go.
Alright, we're on. We're all stuck in this world, we just have to make the best of it. Lol.
What more can you do? Just make the best of it. I think once I get more into the eye, soften a little bit the edges here under the eye because it's way too sharp.
Yeah.
It's gonna look like, for example, I see mistakes here in this one, the thickness of that shape.
So the lips try not to open.
Oh, the lips are not even there yet. But I think now I'm kind of happy with it, so I'll just take one piece at a time and like really carve it. Like for example, right now I really want to look into this, really push myself.
Yeah.
So let's zoom in a little bit. Oh my god, I'm getting hungry. What the fuck? I mean, what? What? Look, the music stopped again. Oh, ridiculous. I don't know.
Oh, hear something.
Yeah, maybe I'm just insane. There you go. All
Yeah,
sharp
it
and
did
nice.
stop again.
There. Now, let's work on some details. No, right now, let's not talk about woman issues right now. I'm using a Canon 80D DSLR, and I don't have, it doesn't get energy from the USB because my laptop is quite old, so it won't be able to give that. So,
I don't think.
is it even possible?
No,
No.
because they don't have a charging system.
Did you started the drawing, Maria, or not inspired? Not really, right?
No.
So, what can you advise people when they have no inspiration? What do you suggest people do when they're in this kind of mood?
You just draw, but right now I'm like also super stressed. Stressed. It's hard to give advice that I'm not following.
Yeah.
Because it's, for example, with me, it's hard to draw when I'm super stressed or super angry. One of those two.
Yeah, well, that's
Or
hard, but
depressed,
sometimes
you know,
I remember
motivation.
drawing on anxiety and stuff like that. I think I told you, it gets easier the more you do it. I mean, I'm 30 years old, you're 20, not even 26 yet. But you will.
Yeah, it was 4 days.
So, listen here, Sonny. I know what
Not
I'm
even
talking
4
about.
days, it was like 3 days.
Do you think wait, just get his mom, I think the mistakes, yes, yeah, I know. Do you think unconditional is really difficult?
I mean, I've already been today to a place that I haven't been before.
And there's one more thing I need to tell people. It's really hard to give advices to an artist when you haven't been through what we're going through. It sounds a little bit cheesy, but it is true. Because our world, this will sound so fucking stupid, sorry for my language, but our world is very different from, let's say, normal people. Like I was talking with Henrik about this. I sometimes try to imagine myself, what if I was never an artist? would I have been a mom by now? Would I be, having a home, being, more successful in my life, whatever success even is? So it's hard to give advice when people themselves, because I went to a shrink and I was talking with my shrink about this. It's hard for people to give me advices when they have never ever created anything. Nothing. When it comes to like art. Musician, they can understand, but even there it's a different kind of field than fine art. Mostly if, let's say, if you're doing it right. So that kind of makes me a little bit more aggressive when people start giving me advices. Depends on the advice, go and enjoy nature, yeah, sure, I can take that. But when they start comparing their daily routine with my life, and they even suggest to me how I should do my art, I'm like, no, sorry, I have hard times listening to you. But of course, this is a little bit stubborn and a bit weird to say it in these words, but that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Because I have been receiving advices from people that never does art, they just have a Monday to Friday job. And I have been getting advices from people that are artists and have Monday to Friday job, and I relate more to them than to those people, because they have to make certain sacrifices to keep this going, and it's not easy. It kills their souls, but some people have kids. They have no choice. I made my choice to not have kids. That's what it is. And this is something you don't hear on social media. Everybody's hashtagging happy life everywhere. For me, life is suffering, and suffering creates the happy times in life with my friends. I am a weird person, but hey, that's how I am.
Trolls wrote, "It will make yourself think." I didn't buy some. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, it's not a lack of inspiration. I wouldn't say that's the.
No, it's life.
It's not even an artist block what I'm having right now. It's just like if I start drawing, I can't focus at all. So it's more of a
Well,
stress.
I know a little bit more of what's happening. You don't need to say it on the live stream.
Yeah. So it's not lack of inspiration. Like if that would have been the problem, I would have just pushed through it. I don't have issues with that. It's easy to go through that. I don't think inspiration exists really.
How come?
What?
How come? Tell people why.
Because I never had it.
Don't be so over dramatic.
I'm one of those people, like, if I never experience this, it doesn't exist.
Ooh, exactly.
Like space doesn't exist.
No. Because you've never seen it.
Yes.
Oh my god, that video was horrible. I cannot believe that person is a teacher.
Yeah,
What?
I couldn't agree more. Physical fitness does impact your mental health, and my physical fitness is quite shit, so. But it's, yeah. There are other things that impact your mental health a lot worse than physical fitness, I would say. I wouldn't say that's my problem. Or my only problem, or my biggest problem.
It's kind of hard to give advices when people have different ways of dealing with life and their history and stuff like that. That's one
Yeah.
reason when there are people that start talking to me about their life experience, one thing I've learned, go to a professional. Go to a professional. The best advice I can have give people.
Yes.
The music stopped again. Of course.
Henrik wrote, "Great minds think alike, though fools seldom differ." Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
And Henrik also said we're also blessed and cursed.
Yeah. And
Artists.
Fools wrote, "If you are in good physical shape, then the highs and lows are less extreme. You won't feel as extremely happy anymore, but neither will you feel extremely sad."
I agree and disagree.
I don't know.
It's difficult. When you're in a
I don't know
situation.
if it has anything to do with only with fitness. I'm not sure about that. It has to do with temperament, it has to do with your psychological makeup, it has to do with your brain chemistry. And those are not only dependent on your physical wellness. I don't think they have. I mean, it does contribute a lot to be healthy physically, but I don't think it's like 100% impact. Like it's gonna change your life if you become. Because some of them are, like for example, I have manic depression in my family, so and that's like transmitted through genes as well. Schizophrenia as well. So it's like both of these two are not, controllable aspects through dieting or through whatever. And they influence, I don't know, they don't necessarily, because they're not dispositions, they're predispositions. So it's kind of like they condition your behavior in some way, but you can push back, you can change that. But see you, Zezzy.
He says, yeah, it's one thing that my shrink also told me. She said that artists are more prone to depression and stuff like that.
Yes, I know, but I guess I agree. If I would have been in better shape, I would have handled it differently. I probably felt
Get off
better,
the
but I
stage,
don't
you
know.
fat fuck.
That's a tricky one. Because I think that will solve only some of the things. I don't know. Trying to think how to phrase this.
Ah, my coffee got cold again.
I guess the easiest way I could phrase this, there are two types of sadness or causes for depression. One of them is chemistry is like feeling based. The feeling comes first, and then the thoughts adapt to the feeling. And one of them is thoughts come first, and the feelings adapt to the thoughts. In my case, is more like the feelings are adapting to the thoughts. So my thoughts are bad, not necessarily my state or well-being. So it's not necessarily the mood that I'm in, it's just too much stuff on my mind. Hard to keep track of them,
Take care,
Okay.
GC.
have them under control.
Take care. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. All of that.
Take care, GC.
I got so low once I couldn't even move from the bed.
Yes.
That was horrible. Horrible. And the person that suffered the most was Hendrik and my cat. It depends on the people you have next to you as well. Like, I was pretty lucky on that side. My family was really there for me, even though all of this happens because of my family not being there for me when they should have.
Yeah.
But then again, I can't blame it on my family because there's not a really easy way of understanding how you're supposed to be as a person. I was a fucking
Yeah.
asshole when I was younger.
Yeah.
Takes a while to become a better person.
Yeah.
There's still people that just never changes. They just stay assholes for the rest of their lives.
Yeah, I guess ethics and morality are. There's a big lack in these two fields. They should become like fields of studies. That'll be tricky though.
I don't know. I still remember seeing those people. I was a kid in Romania. I was going to school. And it was this Romani people slapping this poor horse to move. The horse was just bleeding. I remember just looking at that, and the people in the car, they weren't even honking the horn because they keep, how do you say biciuat or biciuia într-una? I don't know how you say that. It was horrible.
Whipping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the horse was just barely taking it. And you see this as a child, and you kind of think about, sure, I didn't have it as bad as people that saw their parents being blown into pieces. The world is shit, so whatever.
So Trolls wrote, I was supposed to go to family dinner today, but had to decline because of my health. Too many things happening in a few days, and it's too much for me. Also because I'm in bad physical health. I got like 0 endurance.
I love being alone. I love my family, but when it comes to Christmas and dinners, still prefer being alone.
Kind of like them sometimes with some people, but I don't know. I don't think I would like it with my family. Just too loud, too much.
Nah, I hated it. There was always so much drama, all the time.
Yeah.
Never peace. Ugh.
I don't know how it is in Denmark, so. I don't know. Is it different? Is it the same?
With Christmas and stuff? Oh, you asking trolls?
Yeah.
Jaha. Jaha.
I mean, even in Romania, I've been to some nice Christmas dinners. At other people's places, though.
Obviously.
Yeah. Not with my family. My family is,
It's kind of fun to see how people think that Romanians are just bad and all families are depressed. But I've met Romanians that are very happy. Like, you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a kind of fun situation to think in that way.
What, people think that Romanians are very happy?
No, like in general, like when I was in Romania, I was like, oh, Romania, this country is so bad, everybody's so depressed, blah, blah, blah. But there were actually people really happy. Like, authentically happy people. It's just that I was having it bad, so in my mind I thought that everybody's having it bad. It's like when my shrink told me, you think that people that works at shops, for example, do you think that they're depressed?
I mean,
maybe they actually love their job.
People in Romania do tend to complain a lot more than anyone else.
Nah, it depends. You haven't really talked to a lot of Swedes to know exactly what's going on.
Yeah, maybe it's the case.
Because for example, I asked someone at ICA out of curiosity. I was telling her like, oh, you have to deal with so many people right now. She was like, yeah, but I like it. And then I was like, this person actually likes her job as a marketing salesperson, at the supermarket. I was like, well, it's not as shit as I thought it is.
Truls said, I hear more and more that people don't spend time with their family over Christmas days.
Yeah.
There isn't much drama in my family really, except that is split because my dad has a new wife and kids with her, which means I got like 2 families to celebrate Christmas with.
Oof.
Sorry, what was the question?
What was the question?
I guess that's drama,
Yeah.
Geralt, why are you so hard, Geralt?
It's looking really good though.
I'm getting there. Let's see how much we're gonna put it on Patreon. It's kind of nice that Patreon people will get 30% discount on any drawing I do live stream. I think that's more fair since there's some people that really helps me a lot.
Agree.
Huh?
I agree.
Yeah.
Completely agree.
No, I'm super grateful. Like the payment I'm getting now from that place pays for my internet and also my SL card almost. And that's another expense that I have to deal with every month. Like everyone else.
Truls said, I think it's different from family to family how much drama there is around, but I don't think any families are completely drama free.
No. It's like Hendrik said, when we were passing this kid having fun, we were at the forest at his mom's place and the kid was super happy, and then I was like, that kid, he's so happy, doesn't have a care in the world. And Hendrik is like, how do you know? Maybe his uncle is just molesting her, or maybe, he's being bullied by his own family. I'm like, that's such a Hendrik thing. Oh. Sorry. No, I know, I shouldn't go towards that. I'm just saying that in general, we judge people based off the appearances. You never know what's really happening deep inside their family. Oh my god, I shouldn't have said that.
Yeah.
Cut that part over!
Yeah, that's why if we do the podcast, we need to do it offline and then upload it.
I can always delete this part. Cut that part over.
Can you?
Yeah, you can always edit stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
And now people are like registering this part as fast as possible.
No, actually, they can't register until we finish the stream. Or they can actually.
They can go back in the past. Oh no! That's when YouTube is gonna cancel me.
Can't cut live TV. Yeah, that's true. He's downloading the video right now.
Who?
Trolls.
Trolls?
Yeah.
God damn it, you trolls!
I don't know, some drama in Romania and families just goes to the extreme.
Oh yeah.
Really,
And it's
really.
always, always thought that it's always husband, wife, and it's always the mother on the father's side that's a complete psycho. That's how it is in Romania. It's always the mother that doesn't want the son to go to be with this woman. Have you
And
noticed
it's also
that?
like it's super strange.
But have you noticed, or am I the only
Yeah.
one insane?
Yeah, yeah, I've noticed. In some cases, like for example, my mother isn't like that, but most mothers are like that.
I mean, Henrik's mom is not a psycho, even though her name is Ula from Dracula.
I don't know. I don't know. A sane family is just an exception in Romania, and I agree that some families, like all families, have drama and stuff like that, but not to that extent. Though I don't think. Like what's happening in the Baltic countries, in the Baltic countries, and the volcanic countries, is just off the charts sometimes. And Wilhelm is back.
Oh no. Oh my god, it's Wilhelm. Quick, turn off the webcam.
And Truls said, I got like 3 mothers telling me to go find a woman.
Well, that's another thing that we can talk about. Relationships. I was actually reading about it here in Sweden. It's really hard for people to find relationship, and when they do, either the woman is a psycho or the man is just a kind person. I think it's both.
What do you mean?
I'm a little bit of a psycho. No, I'm just joking. Or maybe not.
What do you mean? Is like just 2 kind of people?
I don't know. I think, for example, I have issues regarding my stability, if I can say it like that.
Temperament or what?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, you're neurotic, and I'm neurotic as well. And it's hard not to be with our upbringing. I don't know. I don't think I have any childhood friend that is not neurotic.
In Romania?
Yeah.
That's
Like
true.
from the people that grew up in my classroom and stuff like that. Because all of them were beaten up by their parents, and all of them have experienced the same kind of treatment. More or
Tati, nu
less.
da, tati, nu da,
More or
nu
less.
tati, nu.
Nănoroce copil ce mi-ai mâncat sufletul. Right?
Tu-ți gâtul, tati. Nu, tati, nu da. Tati,
Henrik
nu.
said, for me, there is only one cause of sadness in my life, and that is Marianne.
Who said that?
Henrik.
Oh, that's such a Henrik thing.
But you never know till you spend some time with them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you never get to know that they're neurotic and crazy until you spend some time with them.
Yeah, Henrik is already,
Yeah, Wilhelm is having fun with that.
With
And
what?
Truls as well.
But this is something that I noticed. For women, we always complain. But when it comes to men, it's a different kind of complaint. For you guys, it's more like, when it comes to relationship, why is it so hard? Of course, you have the Dennis kind of narcissist from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
What did he say?
What? The implication?
The implications. So you have those kind of situations, but it's kind of hard to really be in a relationship. I mean, we always look at relationship as, oh, it's so easy, they're
Wilhelm
so
is saying, all I'm saying is, look for red flags.
Red flags, but implications.
You know there's something wrong when a woman doesn't complain.
Oh, yes! Yes, and the best example is like, is anything wrong, Theo? No. And then I start talking.
Something wrong.
And then I start talking, and Hendrik is like, okay, time to be quiet and listen to the woman. And then I'm like, oh, and it's like, what's his face? Bill Burr. And then you look at her,
It's so good, that scene. Her lips start slowing down and you see it in slow motion. It's like the way they talk and you go like, she's still talking? Oh my god, she's still talking. Just nod, just nod, just nod. Oh, I love Bill Burr. The ladies! So good.
Yeah, he is really good.
Oh, I'm gonna... Yeah.
No, but I think that somehow it's kind of hard for men to complain in a relationship. This is what I noticed. I mean, I haven't been in many relationships, but I noticed that with my father and my mom. They were never really talking about how they were feeling. I wonder if in Sweden it's the same thing. Well, Henrik never complains. He's like a rock. You have to drill him down to say something.
Yeah, I think with men it's more like they don't complain, but they burst in anger.
Oh, yes.
Well, I mean that's also temperamental. I don't think that's what like. I mean, I don't know. And it depends about what. Like complaining in a relationship or complaining about.
There's many ways of
Things in
complaining. Like I
general.
don't like when women complain about. This was me as well, and I've noticed this in some of my friends. But I don't know if I should bring it up on the live stream. No, I shouldn't.
I wonder, on average, how many more words a woman says to her man than the man says to her.
I think a woman talks more. In my case, I'm the one that talks the most. And then I kind of need to force my partner, which is Henrik, the douchebag, and sometimes I have to like force him to talk. It's like, how was your day? Oh, I was okay. And how's everyone? How is this and this? I was fine. So you kind of, so girls, whoever is watching, you need to train your man to want to talk to you if it's really shy. It actually kind of works, because sometimes Henrik starts talking about work more than usual, and I'm like, Marianne, you were right. Patience does a lot.
Wilhelm is saying, yeah, people have a lot of time opening up here.
Well, not you, Wilhelm. You're a different kind of cookie.
Why,
Like instantly when I met them, it was like, that was Wilhelm. I thought that I talked a lot. Wilhelm is a champion.
He's a very happy guy.
I like Wilhelm. If I ever have a child, it needs to be like Wilhelm, and I'll be happy.
Yeah. If not,
Kill it.
He's gonna get aborted.
Yes, I will wait exactly 8 months and go to New York and just do it. Was it in New York? The law?
Yes.
Oh my god. Those poor women. I cannot believe they accepted that law. Oof.
Anders said that's more Swedish than man though.
What, the complaining?
I don't know.
Or maybe, not talking about work.
Oh, not talking about, like not talking about your feelings as a man.
Feelings.
I don't know if it's only Swedish. We have that in Romania as well. Most of the... I mean, it's starting to change.
In Sweden or in Romania?
Everywhere.
What do you mean?
Men start to open up more.
Ew. I don't have time for other people's problems. I have my own problems. First thing I'm
And
gonna
Wilhelm
do.
said you don't want a child like her.
What? Oh my god. That's how low you
like
see
her,
yourself?
like him.
Jesus, what's with you? You're so fun to be around. Ugh.
Truls said, well, in general, men doesn't need to use so many words. We can sit in silence with a friend for hours without talking to each
I
other.
like women don't do the same. But then again, I hang out more with men than with women.
Or like dad and his son.
I actually do hang more with men than women. What?
Yeah.
That is very, very true. I prefer more men than women because they're easier to talk to.
Pete wrote, I was raised to not show emotion.
Who? Who said that?
Pete.
Pete. Wait, our Pete? Oh,
Yes.
he's back.
Georgiana is on.
Ew.
Hello, you are late.
We have a woman amongst our ranks. But then she's taken, so tough luck.
First word the child will say is listen.
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 Yes, exactly that. I'll be like, oh my god, it's what was her name again? Oh, Wilhelm. But also, bă, nu vine cuvântul în cap. The red panda, the red Swedish panda.
The red Swedish panda.
Wilhelm, what was the name? Red Swedish panda, that's a good one.
Just confused the shit out of me.
What the fuck? What was his name? Oh my god, me and Wilhelm listened to that so much. Listen. When I was working on my commission, we were just listening to him. What the hell was his name? Băi, parcă zici că-s dusă cu pluta. Stă pe limbă.
Killian Experience.
Așa, mă, Killian Experience ăla, da, mersi. Tac.
Who's that?
Oh, you're in for some fun. I need to educate you in the Swedish standards of what it is cool and what is not cool. And that will be the Killian Experience. He's like really, really awesome. I love him. What is the time? Oh, 17:41. Oh, wow.
Yes.
This is really good. So far, so good.
So I think we should end the stream in like 40 minutes.
Yeah. I think we make the longest streams actually. Wait, no. There were people that died making streams.
Yeah. No, the longest stream was like a couple of years and it's still on.
Wow. Whoa. But why? But what?
I don't know, it's this weird woman that streams her life pretty much.
Streams her life.
Yes.
How lonely can you be?
I don't know if
She
she's
making
doing
money?
I don't know if she's doing it willingly though.
Is she making money?
It's not on YouTube.
Is she making money?
I don't know.
Time to stream my life. Henry.
No one knows who she is.
No one knows who she is. How does that even
No
work?
one knows where she's from.
Uh-huh.
It's just like this continuous stream. And it was still on when I looked her up like a year ago. Anyhow.
So what's Wilhelm doing? Is he gonna meet us up? Wilhelm! Are you gonna meet us up? You wanna be my baby boy? Henrik will welcome you in the family with open arms. Now, Marianne. But I don't want the brother.
TTS in this chat so Marianne can focus on painting.
What?
I don't know what TTS is, but I do need something so I can focus on my painting. Adopt me, Theo. That's what Wilhelm said.
I should adopt him?
Please.
Ah.
Please.
So then that means that we have two
It's
kids.
my other persona.
Well, since I can't have kids, at least I can adopt them.
Yeah.
So that's good. Okay, I need to fix the lip and then the... Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty.
Text to speech. Okay.
Speech.
Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
What? Huh? What will be
To
cool?
like have text to speech.
Add the... what? Wait, what?
Yeah. Yeah, to like have all of their comments to like we should listen to them instead of like reading them, so I can focus on drawing instead of reading the comments. You know what I mean?
No, I don't understand. Sorry.
So there are programs, I assume, that
Oh.
read the text that they write, you know?
But that can go very crazy, right? If people are like asses.
Yeah, if there are too many comments. You know,
Yes, I don't know. I mean, we don't do this all the time, so.
yeah. Metal Mario said on Twitch, "What have you brought upon this holy land?" That's amazing.
Wait, why don't I get the Twitch comments? Aww. Good thing you're keeping track of the Twitch.
I got blocked though on Twitch. And why isn't?
I need someone that knows more about the Twitch to get it going.
Because it deleted all the comments now.
What? Why?
I refreshed the page because it wasn't live anymore.
That's super weird.
No, but that's what it does. Twitch does that.
Really?
Yeah. If you refresh the page, you're not going to see any of the.
That is super weird. Sorry guys, I just need to make sure that I'm well focused. There you go.
didn't get any of the
Hmm?
messages from Twitch.
No, that's the thing. I didn't get any messages from Twitch. That's one reason there has to be someone that does that. I'm getting more into the mouth now and then in this one. I think I still can. It's not about squishing it, it's about finding the right angles. That's gonna make it work.
Toss a coin to your witcher.
Yeah, I think I
Oh,
already know
Valeria
what.
Plenty.
What?
I think I already know what.
What is it? Here, can you point out.
This angle over here.
Yeah. It's
on
too
yours.
long.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
too long, one thing, but it's also like too angled that way and too much there.
Okay.
So if you see here, it starts from under the lip here.
Yeah.
So you also need to be careful where you put this point, because on yours, again, that point goes too much in.
Which point?
This point here.
Oh.
Because if you look at that in relationship with nose, yours is way too thin. So you need to
Yeah.
move that a bit.
It's getting there. There's small little things that's gonna make him look like the actor. I mean, sometimes this type of drawings takes a long time, guys. I can
Yeah.
work on a portrait for like days, and
Yeah.
I leave it to rest, and then I just see something, and then I fix it. But I hope that whoever stood from the beginning until now, I really hope people get something out of this. They kind of get to know the artist, which is me. Ooh, now I see Twitch.
I can manage the Twitch site, Theo. Wait, is that Wilhelm?
Yeah.
Oh,
I think so.
that would be awesome. I just don't, I don't have time to be an artist and to do this, to do that. Ugh. It's way too much. To get this one a little bit high. There you go. Because I'm gonna draw the armor as well. Let's see. Time.
Truls wrote,
Ooh,
I
something
can't
awesome.
find that stream Marianne is talking about. There's something with the nose that is not quite right, not sure what it is.
The nose is actually feeling pretty goodish. There might be this side here that needs to go up.
Yeah, I mean, there are some values that I think, like for example, the transitions from here, but you should do that later.
Yeah.
Other than that, maybe here, like the value here, you don't have it yet.
No. Oof, my God, there's so many things right now. But this is the thing with portraits. We need to tell people this. Once you reach this level, this is where things gets a little bit more the Bargy way, where you have to look for the smallest little angles and get a sense of it if you want to make it look like the actor. And I find that sunt în fața. Cred că e un pic cam prea strident părțile alea de jos.
you're in the front one.
I know, I will move. Wait, if Wilhelm comes, I hope we have enough sausages. That sounded very weird. Oh my god, that sounded really weird. Oh no. Wilhelm will be like, no, I'm not gonna come anymore. Not enough sausages for the Wilhelm. Not enough sausages. Does Anders wants to come? Should we have a sausage party? Sausage party. Anders, are you still on the stream?
Do you want to join us for sausages?
Yes. The sausages. Let's get into the lip. Once I get the lip going, it's gonna feel better.
William just wrote there would be at least one extra sausage.
Oh. So soft, these lips.
Why are you the Superman of my life?
And Henrik is like, what?
I think I've seen something with the nose. It's
What?
not a big thing though.
Well, the smallest things is gonna help.
Yeah, and this one is actually very small, easy to. I think you can see here, it goes like this, and then it bumps a little bit, and then it goes back in, and then there's a small little angle here, and then
Now that you pointed that one out, there's something
that
else.
bump there.
I made the bridge of the nose too thick as well. There's something wrong with the that line over there. That one. Okay. I think I know what to do. Wait, let me.
No, but you don't have that line.
No, I don't. Wait, I think.
Well, I want to say it's too thick, the bridge. I think it's fine.
Sorry for being in the way.
You're missing a valley there. That's not it. Or you meant too thin.
Yeah, it's a certain cutout shadow shape. He looks
Yeah.
more cranky in that one.
Yeah, you don't have that shadow shape in the drawing at all.
I'm sorry that I'm in the way, guys. Okay, let's see if I can fix this. Yeah, and this one, you see this one here, this little angle. I think I,
Fuck sakes, how do we do it with this one? Yeah, you guys are gonna get the drawing at an angle.
I think I can sacrifice myself a little bit. If you want to move it, this one and this one. This and then this. And then you can look in the little screen if you want to make sure that it's not, that it's sharpened. And it's also this part here, that it's not there yet. Okay, let me sharpen my charcoal.
Ah!
Okay. So I made the bridge. It's very soft in here because you see it's a little bit of a highlight over there.
Yeah.
It's very pixelated, the photo. But that one did a lot. And that little highlight over there. Because when we took the photos from the Netflix series, it was a little bit hard to do it.
No.
Yeah. This is looking good. This one is to move a bit to the left.
Also with the nose.
Mm.
Not there
Just
yet.
the mouse
Still not there yet.
is displaying over here.
I know, I see that one.
Yeah.
Is it more? You think I need to add more?
No, you just need to have like a flat thing because he has that square nose kind of thing,
Yeah.
and on yours it's a bit pointy.
Yeah.
And I think that will give it more of his character.
Let's use this one first.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's getting there. You did a good job.
What? I did a good job.
Oh, you also worked on it. You're part of the construction of Geralt of Rivia.
You're a part of the conspiracy.
Yes, yes, yes. Wait, then we have to draw. I need to play the game and get some screenshots and draw the game one, and then see if we can read the book where they describe Geralt.
Yeah, and try to get a.
Yeah, try to get a book feeling of it. That can be fun. Tell me if I'm in the way of the screen. I can move gently.
I think now we're fine. Don't take too much from it.
No, just a little bit. Because you see it has this little highlight here, so then I need to bring this shadow shape down. I will fix it. Right now I'm just carving it a little bit to see the form. There you go.
Yeah, I think you should flatten out the iris because right now
It's too much.
yeah,
It looks too flat.
and it's also is distracting. I think.
Yeah. Definitely.
Because I think it would be more in character if you keep it flat for now. Instead of move around and stuff.
It's more in the shadow as well. I think I was
Yeah.
too sharp. That looks way better. There is a little bit of a highlight, so let's see. Not too much, not too little.
Yeah, but I think that's one of the things that I
Don't like.
about this series. The glow in the dark eyes.
Oh my god, the lens flare. Oh, we got people writing. Zivasil, we need you.
Anders asked what and when.
Today, after we're
Tonight?
done here, so it's quite late,
After we're
just so you
done.
know.
So around, I don't know, 8:30 or 9 at Theo's place.
Hendrik is like, what?
What?
He's already angry. Why is that woman doing this? I'm divorcing her. Wait, we were not even married yet. Mwahaha. Now, kids, remember, don't marry a woman. They will just take everything you have.
Is it different if you marry a man?
No, but in general, the man has more than the woman.
Pete
Harsh.
said, I'm on my way.
Aww.
And Wilhelm said, bring your own sausage. Sausage party!
Sausage party! I really need to have a one live stream that and call it Theo and Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, that's one idea.
Yeah, that looks way more like him. You wanna do the next live stream?
What do you mean?
Like you draw?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Sure.
Alright. So next time, guys, it's gonna be Marianne drawing. Whoop whoop whoop.
People are gonna be like, what a mess.
No, I think that can be fun.
I do have a messier process.
Yeah, but just do what you want. You're not gonna be teaching them like I do sometimes. We need to also have fun, not always do what people want. And don't complicate yourself. That's what I've learned. What I always do. I wanted to add like a sword in his back and all of that stuff. I cut it down a little bit because I'm going to use chalk and see where the values will end up. You understand what I mean?
I'm sure if you would use chalk there.
There's some places where I can use a bit of chalk.
No, I mean here. You want to use chalk here?
No,
No,
dude.
that's what I mean.
How retarded am I? Around here.
That's what I meant.
Oh my god. Oh, what are you stupid? That's what Wilhelm will do.
No, I want to say that needs more volume.
You need more volume. Where's Jennifer? Yen, I love you.
But there's also a presumably red-haired as well.
Oh, it will be fun when we're gonna do his necklace.
Alright, let's see. You what mate? You can take 50%, bring your own sausage.
I think Wilhelm is having too much fun on the chat.
But Wilhelm, you like sausages, remember?
Now this is very important, the hairline here. Even though this is not his hair. And his Neanderthal forehead.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep this. I'm not even, I'm rendering and people don't even see what I'm doing. And then for example, you draw and I will take care of the camera and zoom in and all of that stuff. Make it more awkward for you.
Better than I did, right?
Pretty much, yes. Of course, it's gonna be better than you did. That eye frustrates me. I need to soften it. What happened? No, wait. Right now, we keep it like this. See?
Okay.
There you go, so
Let's
this is...
zoom in.
Yeah, that zooms in, this zooms out.
Okay.
No, this one. You have to go all the way.
Oh.
Okay, let's get into the mouth. I will fix the hair and everything. You handling it?
Yes.
Nice.
You're a bit in the picture.
It's better like this? My back is gonna kill me after this. I can already feel the pain.
From this angle?
No. You remember what happened with the bark?
Yeah.
It got really skewed. And this is a portrait, so I can't really risk it. But so
You
far...
go to down.
Yeah, this is... Wait, I know what to do. Wait. Yeah, that's the shape. That's the shape. Oh, so beautiful. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that shape.
That's what Will Wilhelm would have done. Oh my God, beautiful.
Henrik wrote, if you keep inviting people, I'll have to go buy more food.
Well, I don't know if Peter
Wilhelm
can
said,
come
ha
from
ha
you.
ha, yes.
I don't know if Peter can come all the way from USA. So I think we're just 5 people plus Misha.
Yes, Anders said not tonight for me. I'll bring sausage another time and champagne.
Aww. Well, one down, one less sausage.
I talk like a robot.
So it's just Wilhelm.
Yes, I guess so. Just Wilhelm? It would have been fun for both of them to come.
I don't know. But next time. I think this needs to go up a little bit. There we go. This is still high contrast. So this needs to go a little bit in. It's a little too small. Yep. And then I need to soften it. Oh my God, I'm gonna sleep well tonight. I'm getting so tired. I really wish people knew how challenging this is. Sounded so cocky.
I wish people knew how hard this life is. Doing all this stuff.
Toss a coin to your richer. Oh, valley of plenty. Oh.
Henrik wrote, bring whiskey instead. And Trolls wrote, if you tried blood sausages, dear.
That's like blood pudding. No. That's disgusting.
Wilhelm wrote, just Wilhelm. And then Anders wrote, as a reply for Henrik, I can bring both. But if it's New Year's, champagne is a given.
No, we're gonna have New Year's. Drink champagne. Ah, fuck. So, sorry for the language. I used the wrong tool.
One more year has passed by.
Yeah, I can't believe it's going really, really fast.
I wouldn't say it's going fast.
Now I'm
No.
using the general pencil.
Trolls wrote, no, they're not like blood pudding, they are pretty good actually.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't tried it.
I've tried some Romanian ones, but they're not the same. I mean, they don't use as much blood. The ones that you find here, it seem like they only use blood. They're super red.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I ate Romanian sausages that were made with a lot of blood in them.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez.
They're super good actually.
Really?
You like
Animal murderers.
Well, so it's not murder if it doesn't have blood?
Yes. Oh, my back. Oh. Okay, back to the mouth. Okay, back. Oh,
You hate that mouth, right?
yeah. It's too charming. Reminds me of my father. No. Too much. Wait a second. Oh. This is too much of a smile over here. I don't like that smile.
I mean, there's a darker shape like that.
There's a dark shape up your ass. Calls butthole. Wait up. Oh. Wait.
Oh, oh, oh.
Ho, ho, ho. Who's this? Is a hoe. I wonder if I'm gonna get blocked from
YouTube?
yeah. You think? I'm
Yeah,
using
well,
so much profanity.
But I don't think they have I don't think they have like a ban on that.
No?
No,
Uh-huh.
not as I know. A lot of people do use profanity on YouTube.
Okay, we need to make his butt chin. That's gonna make him look like the actor. Oh my god, I'm tired. I need coffee. Wait. Yes.
I think the down segment was in the right place. That's a shame.
Mm-hmm.
Just the left plane, that small middle plane, right at the edge of the chin, that was the one that was too down.
Mm.
But the bottom plane was fine, very close.
Mm-hmm. Well,
You know
I'm
what I
getting there. Yeah, I see what you mean.
that was the plane that was wrong. The other one, the bottom plane was in the right place. So don't take too much from that. It was just an angle thing.
What are people writing?
Yeah, you gotta have champagne for New Year's. Trolls wrote.
Mm-hmm.
Pete, usually it's like blood and some sort of grain.
Uh-huh.
And Trolls wrote, don't know about this year for me. I will just have dinner with my mom
The
for
dear mother.
New Year's. And also YouTube will just demonetize if you swear.
Oh, well, it's not like I'm getting money from YouTube.
And Henrik wrote, Marian drawing, unsubbed.
No, it's still me drawing. Mm-hmm.
What is interesting is that on the Twitch, the last message was Wilhelm's message. I can manage the Twitch side here. Which is no messages.
Well, the thing is with the Twitch, definitely I'll need some kind of help with that. I really think that the actor buffed himself way too much for this role. I think I would have liked it if he was a little bit less buffy.
But I don't think he buffed himself for this role.
He's just like that?
Yeah, he buffed himself for Superman,
Oh, okay.
and he started filming for this after. No, he has also played in Mission Impossible, I think.
He did?
Yeah, as I understood. Can someone correct me if I'm wrong? No, Henrik, you're always wrong. Let's see. Mission Impossible Fallout. No, it's,
I wonder if people
Yes.
are still watching.
he did play in
He did?
Mission Impossible. Yeah.
Oh.
And I remember the reason why they CGI'd his mustache in the
Why?
what's his name? Or what's the name of the movie? Justice League was because he already started filming for Mission Impossible,
Oh, okay.
and yeah, they had to CGI his mustache and made him look a bit strange.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Well, that's interesting.
Pete said, now that Toy said he wasn't Superman, that's all I can see in this drawing.
That he was a Superman.
Yeah, the Superman with long hair, long blonde hair.
Yeah, it's kind of hard because once an actor gets iconic regarding
Yeah.
with one movie, it's usually kind of hard for them to play in other movies. That's what I noticed.
Although this guy said that he enjoyed playing this more than.
Well, he's a geek, so I guess he loved that.
More than Superman. He wouldn't say why though. And then he rectified, like both of the roles were equally. But I don't think he meant it. I think he just likes. Because he was like, oh, what did I just say? And then he kind of like tried to make it up.
Yeah.
But he clearly looked more into Witcher than
The amount
into
of
Superman.
pressure these people have sometimes. Celebrities. Oh, jeez. Thank God I'm not a
And
celebrity.
Trolls sent us Danish blood sausage recipe.
Ew.
Do you want me to read it? Or?
Well, yeah. Be fun.
Pig's blood, rye flour, pearl barley, water, flare fat,
And
brown
everything
sugar,
nice.
raisins, salt, cinnamon, cardamom. I don't know what that is. Carnation? Well, what is that? A natural casing. I know what that is. But natural casing. I assume you mean like pig's guts or something.
Huh? Ew.
Or what kind of natural casing? Jules wrote Super Geralt.
Super Geralt.
Sorry, the toy was a mistype. Carnation is a flower. Okay, didn't know that. What type of flower? What is it made of?
Blood.
What plant is it coming from? Maybe I can look it up.
Wilhelm, you should really get these pencils. They're super, super nice.
They
The
don't make
Generals.
the HB anymore for some reason.
HB!
Oh, not the HB, 2H.
Oh, don't scare me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, you mean, okay.
Are you having fun with the recipe?
Okay, it's a flower. Okay. So it's not like, okay, I thought it was like a flour that you use to make dough. Never mind, I'm just stupid.
We know you're stupid. But
Yeah, I just looked it up now and I was like, oh, it's a flower. It's not like, okay. Yeah. Trolls thought that I was like asking a deep question. What are flowers made of?
Of love, purity, magic, pure chaos in all its
Pete
glory
said that
and
this
form.
looks really good, Theo.
Gina, huh?
Pete.
Beep. Thank you. Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, and I'm actually pleased with it. I didn't even expect that we were gonna make it.
Yes, I get it now. I get it now.
Huh?
Truls is saying that it's flower, not flower.
Oh.
Or floor.
I have to admit, yesterday when I was looking through all the episodes, I was pretty stressed out.
No, I mean, also
Screaming
like
it all the time.
putting actual flowers in a sausage is not that common, Truls. Let's be fair. Henry wrote that most trees are blue. Yeah, people are having way too much fun on my misery.
Yeah, but that's the fun part of it. To
Yes.
make it fun, you need to have fun of people's misery.
Yeah. Only kick people when they're down, right?
Yep. Exactly.
As my father used to teach me when I was a kid. Kick them while they're down. Son, don't let them get up, because if you let them get up, they will fuck you up.
Pretty much.
Amazing. It's kind of like punching babies.
Who, Kendrick?
Pete.
Oh, that's from Pete? I didn't expect Pete to say something like that.
It's looking really good.
Yeah. I'm actually pretty pleased with it. Okay, I will let it rest and get it into the armor. Time, 18:22.
Yeah, I think we have 20 more minutes.
Fuck. Alright guys, let's make this count. Let's sharpen this. I'm just gonna block it in. Oops. There. I think, guys, that I will still finish it. Oh, God, back. You see, 30 years old. No. Where was I? Let's sketch in the armor. Nope. Yes. Yeah, this turned out much better than I thought. I didn't expect it to be this good. I think the True Detective really, really helped. Like doing those portraits, torturing myself with it. And they really helped. Okay, so we have the necklace here. All of this will be dark. I kind of like the way his hair shows because it shows that it's bright color. And next live stream, Mariana Vasila.
Am I gonna draw on the next live stream?
Yeah, you're gonna draw
Really?
the next live stream.
Really?
Really? Yes, really.
No pressure.
No pressure. Henrik will be like,
I'm not gonna watch that.
By the way, Theo, you have one dislike.
I wonder who that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Guys, we have one dislike. Can you imagine that?
Yes. We need more likes to compensate.
I really hope Peter got a little bit of something out of this. Because
Yeah.
you remember that we were talking about drawing from photos?
Yeah. Actually, there are 2 dislikes.
Who dares dislike my video? I think it was Henrik.
Interesting.
What, the dislikes?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, there are people that hates me. You think everybody likes
Or me. Might be that.
It can be you. Everybody hates you. That's fine.
Yeah.
Nobody can dislike me.
Yeah. Troll said 12 likes now, and Pete, I have gotten a lot out of it.
That's good. I'm glad. With all the stupidity we've been going around, I'm happy.
Yeah. At least something good came out of it.
Yeah. No, I was talking with my friend William, and he said that I need to be more professional, and that's something really hard for me. But I will try my best. I will really try.
I think next time when I'll do it, I will try to explain more of my thought process and what I'm thinking of while I'm doing it.
Ah.
We'll see if I can work like that. Because I don't know.
It sounds easier than it is, but it's not. It takes skill to do this.
Never said it's easier though.
Well, the people that disliked my video, apparently, who is those people?
Who's wrote that I don't think you should go 100% professional mode. That would be super boring.
Well, you're saying that, but we have other people that goes like you should be more professional, so.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Keep your light-hearted personality.
Thank you. Pete, you should definitely get some sponges. And since you're in USA, you can easily get the charcoal I'm having.
Yes.
It's from Dick Blick. Can you send on YouTube the Dick Blick site? I think you know the art store we're talking about. Oh god, I'm getting tired. I want to do this drawing really good, so I'm not gonna force it. I'm just gonna finish the design, but then I'm just gonna call it. I'm terrifyingly tired right now. I still want to keep the looseness of it.
liked my video. It's super
Does
fast.
the link work in the stream?
That's the thing. I know that I made some kind of weird link sharing on.
Okay.
Yeah, I maybe we can look into that.
I can see it. Can you see it?
He's not updating yet.
So no.
No. Oh! No, that's from Pete.
Yes.
I mean, we have him on Facebook, so
Yeah.
it's not a problem.
Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook, yes. Hi guys, this is it. I can't do it anymore. I'm too exhausted. So here you go, Geralt of Rivia. Radio. Oh, radio. Oh. Is it straight?
No.
Oh shit, no.
Here it's straight.
Up there. Radio. Oh.
And I think you can like take it more away and then zoom it in.
Yeah. There you go. Where's that? Look, it's Superman. No, it's Geralt of Rivia.
Oh, it's Superman with long hair.
Oh my god!
Is
So-
that Superman with long hair?
Thank you, the person on Twitch. Glad you like it. So, we are done. So this is Geralt of Rivia. We've been doing it pretty good. We started really good. We've been quiet for a while. We have 2 dislikes on YouTube. We're before it was just 1 dislike. We're
I think
making
we're
progress.
getting better. Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting better.
We're
People
doing
are more
something
demanding.
right. We're doing something right.
1831. So,
But I would love it if we can get to 1,000 dislikes.
That
If
would
we
be
can get to
amazing.
that in a video, I think that's pretty good.
oh
Like
my
you guys
God.
have to admit it, 1,000 dislikes. is
You know
pretty
what we can do? I can use the small little camera to
good. But
put it-
without trying, because if we try, that means
Wait, dude, I know what to do. Next week we bring the desktop here and the screen,
yeah,
and we put your Nikon on. So I will be
Yeah.
in a little corner drawing and sketching,
yeah.
and you're gonna be on the main screen.
Yeah.
That will be super fun, and I
Yeah.
just doodle and just
Yeah.
draw. Oh, this is gonna be fantastic. So here's another thing. Please donate. Let us be on the air for a while. So if you have anything like even $1, that will be enough to just keep the stream going. I'm planning on making enough. So in the end, I want to hire Marianne to work with me because we make such a good team. So this is my plan. I'm just being honest.
Yes.
So right now, any other questions regarding Geralt of Rivia?
Quiet.
This doesn't work. Come on, chop people. Questions. Ugh.
Alina asked, did you only just start streaming on Twitch?
Well, I've been doing it on Twitch for a while, but I'm just very bad at making it proper. So that's one reason our friend Wilhelm is gonna take care of it if he has time. Maybe he wrote it in a happy moment. He might
Yeah.
regret it, so we're not gonna force him onto him because I know how it is to be at that age and be too nice, because he's way too nice.
You can find the donate link in the description of the stream.
Yeah. I mean, it's PayPal, Mariam, also you have a PayPal as well.
Yeah.
So I don't want you guys to think like I'm buying a Tesla. That's not my goal. My goal is to keep drawing. I don't give a damn about Tesla and swimming pools and all that stuff. I know what it means to work hard for the income we're all having. And right now I'm depending a lot on people to draw. So yes. Let's see, what else are people saying? Spam! Donate link, spam. Love this Theo. I don't see any dislike on my end. That's good. Did you pull the rest from the movie? Yeah, it's like when we were watching Netflix, I was like taking little screenshots of it. And it took a while. Like, I wanted a specific picture of him, not that kind of poster thing. I really didn't want that. I wanted something more, let's say, artistic. I'm still gonna, after the stream, next time, I'm gonna look again at this drawing to make sure that it's really nice. And then it's gonna be up for grabs on my site and 30% off for people that are supporting us on Patreon. I don't know how much we will put for it, but we're gonna make a decent price for people to be able to purchase my work. Well, this is pretty much a collaboration with you.
No, no.
It goes like this.
One for you, 1, 2 for me, 1 for you, 1, 2 for me.
No. 1 for you, 10 for me.
You're getting it. Thank you, Pete. Okay, I think we're done for today.
Yes.
We're gonna get ready to catch the boat at 7:20,
20, I think.
so we have a bit of time for me to drink some coffee and get my head back on
I'll
track.
check it again,
Yeah.
just in case.
We should actually make a little film of just the road, like just the street. We start all the way to here.
Here's
Yes.
my life. Glorious life.
Yes, I think that's
That would be fun.
pretty cool idea.
Was it 7:20 or 7?
No, 10 past 7.
10
We
past
need to-
7,
yeah.
so we should get ready. Okay, guys, thank you. Have a beautiful time next week. When is New Year's?
In 3 days.
In 3 days. Yeah, we will let you guys know. Just keep up to date.
On Tuesday.
Yeah, I usually don't spam my story, but if you see a story, it has to do with either artwork or with a stream. I'm not gonna pose myself like this. That's not
Yeah.
my style. Okay, thank you guys. See you next time. I'm gonna go in 1, 2, 3. Bye.